Yo, what's good? What's good? What's good? Good to see y'all. Good to see everybody. The Knicks back at it. Who we play tonight? Let me check. NBA games for one. Check to see who we play today. I think we play Cleveland, right? Do we have Cleveland? I think so. Yep. Cavaliers at Knicks. Cavaliers at Knicks. Yo, what's good? What's good, everybody? Coach Zach is in the building. Sheik Jop is in the building. Sin Mears was good. Embert the Great was good. What's happening? Stephen Fox is in the building. Trizzy Trey was good. Was good. What's happening? Appreciate y'all for coming through. How y'all feeling this morning? How y'all feel this morning? Y'all feel good? I feel good. Feel blessed and fortunate. Feel good. Yo, so young girl, young guy run up on me last night. I'm chilling, like I like to do. I'm thinking about the Knicks. I'm like, yo, we gotta. In my mind, I'm thinking, thinking ahead. You know me. MIG Meg is in the building. What's good? So a young girl and a young fella run up on me, and I'm like, man, okay, what are y'all up to? I checked the girl. I was like, hey, you dyed your hair again? She's like, yeah, I'm just trying something different. I'm like, okay. And I'm trying to find a way to be complimentary. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to find a way to be complimentary, but sometimes the words escape you. Joe Madden is in the building. That's how I got Joe Madden. What's happening? Trying to figure out a way to be complimentary in the moment. But the words escape me. Right? You know how it is. You know how you see something, you notice something, and you want to say something good, you just don't know what to say. You know what I mean? Like you want to be positive. Like with me, I always like to be positive, man. I don't like negative reinforcement. I feel like negative reinforcement puts negative vibes in the air. You know what I'm saying? I believe in that frequency vibration thing. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, I'm trying, but the words are escaping me, right? And I see my boy is dressed different. I'm like, dog, you got a tattoo, huh? He's like, yeah, it's something I've been wanting to do on your neck, though. Yeah, I'm representing. So I'm like, okay. A lot of people I know, like their first tattoo is like on their arm or on their chest, maybe on their back or something. Hey, my man's first one is, on his neck. Hey, what can you say? Chris, what's good? What's good? I don't judge. I don't judge. I try not to judge. Right. And I'm going somewhere with this because I was like, yo, this must be a signal from somewhere to like spread the word about something. And so the guy's going on and on about how, he repping for such and such, and he got, such and such to prove, and all these things, right? And I thought back to when I was that age, what I'm saying? Like, what I was thinking. And like, he's talking, and I'm thinking, like, was I like this? And think about this now. He's talking in real time, right there in front of me. Look at me in my eyes. And I'm thinking, like, when I was 20, was I like that when I was 20? You know, so much, so many things to prove, right? Right. Like, so many things to prove. And the girl was like, yeah, I feel you. I know where you're coming from. That's why. And so she was like, talking about her piercings and changing her hair color and all that stuff, because she, want to be herself, and all this stuff, because can't nobody tell them, because they adults where they come from. And so, hey, what's up, Kane Jerry? What's good? Kenneth Hatcher, what's good? What's good? 19 comment NYC 84, what's good? So she's going on and on. Can nobody tell me anything? I'm, grown. I'm leaving my parents' house, and I just want to be myself. And that's why, I'm rocking the blue hair with the purple tips. I'm sorry, the purple hair with the blue tips. Whatever color it is, it's like some kind of weird mix of like pink and purple together. I like, she was blonde before, but now it's like some kind of pink and purple. Y'all know the color I'm talking about. It's like a mix between pink and purple, and it's got like blue tips or whatever on it, or whatever. Yeah. So I mean, I guess the color don't matter, but I want to be as realistic as possible. And she's like, yeah, I'm trying to do. So I asked them. So I asked her, right? And y'all know how Uncle Freeze can get sometimes. Y'all know how Uncle Freeze can get sometimes. Because in my way, or in the Uncle Freezy way, I think in my way is a bad way to put it, but in the Uncle Freezy way, I try to be as real as possible in the moment and all the time. I try to be, hey, Robert Paul, what's good? I try to be as real as possible all the time, right? I don't want you to not understand who Uncle Freezy is in any moment, right? Y'all know this. Y'all know this. Y'all know me by now. Y'all been around me for months. Y'all know how when I get to a point I can't take something, I'm gonna say something. Or y'all know if something genuinely puts me back, I'm genuinely not that. I'm just not like a phony baloney, like a fake just to get clicks or something. That's not me. You know what I'm saying? I have a good life already. You know what I'm saying? I'm blessed. You know what I'm saying? I don't need certain stuff. Like I don't need sauce on my steak, so to speak. You know what I mean? So the girl is like, yeah, I have so much to prove to everybody, and such. And the boy is like, yo, yeah, I feel you. And so I asked them, who are you really? You have so much to prove, right? You have so much to prove. Who are you looking to prove it to? Why does that pink or purple, or pink purple color combination, whatever, and blue tips? Why does that make you who you are? Who are you? Have you ever thought to yourself to look in the mirror and ask yourself that question? Who am I? Does a tattoo on my neck, does a tattoo on my neck validate who I am as a person? Who am I? Who does this tattoo on my neck impress? And I don't have anything against tattoos on necks. I don't have anything against people coloring their hair. Uncle Freezy may have done that a time or two, except not with maybe some black, maybe some jet black. You know what I'm saying? But 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 the thing is, I'm getting at is with these young people, who are you looking to impress? Who are you looking to impress yourself? And if you are looking to impress yourself, why? Does being bold impress yourself? You have to look in the mirror. Who am I? And if I have to prove something to myself, that only means that I have things that I need to work on. And I know y'all are like, hey, I thought this was the Knicks channel. I'm getting there. Stay with me. I'm getting there. Zach, I see you. Chuck Allen was good. And so I don't have all of this stuff written down, y'all. I'm sorry. So I don't have a Michael K monologue team that writes script stuff for me and I just throw on some old school glasses and read it. Right. I have this stuff in my mind and in my heart. So if I skip forward and back, go back and forth on it, kind of like a cameo song, just bear with me because I have a point that I'm gonna get to. But who are you? Who are you as a person, as an entity where you have to do something to yourself to prove something to yourself? Think about that. I know that's weird, right? Point five, what's good? Why do you have to prove something to yourself? Why does pink fuchsia? That's the color I'm thinking about. Fuchsia. Why does fuchsia colored hair make you who you are? Right? You have to dye your hair fuchsia. Some weird word. It sounds wordy. Fuchsia. It just sounds it sounds weird as a word. Why does dyeing your hair fuchsia and then having blue tips impress yourself? Like, oh, I impressed myself today because I dyed my hair fuchsia and it's got blue tips. Are you really trying to impress yourself or are you really trying to impress others? Joey, that neck tattoo, are you looking to impress yourself or are you looking to impress others? You need to look yourself in the pupils. You need to look yourself in the pupils and ask the question, am I trying to impress myself or am I trying to impress others? And if I'm trying to impress others, why? Why am I trying to impress others? Right? Think about that. And I know y'all are like, man, Uncle Freezy, dog, what do you get to the point, man? I'm gonna get to the point. I'm gonna get to the point. Y'all are mad and patient. I see y'all. Y'all out there tapping y'all toe like Sonic the Hedgehog. Y'all out there tapping y'all foot like Sonic the Hedgehog. Y'all ready to go, right? Y'all ready? Y'all ready for me to get to the point? I get it, and I get it. So I look at them. I'm like, who are you looking to impress? Because here's the thing. What happens if you don't impress that person? What happens if you walk out the house with purple hair with blue tips, or you walk out the house with a neck tattoo, and these two people don't know each other? They just bumped into each other. Well, they know each other, but they just happen to do something weird at the same time, which is weird at the same time. At the same time. So the thing is what happens if you try to impress others and it doesn't work? Now what? You're in a situation where you try to impress others, you're not yourself, you're dissatisfied with the result, and now others may look at you like you're a fool. Has anybody ever done that? Hey, so anybody ever done that? You tried to impress others. You tried to impress others. They didn't like it, so it didn't work. Now you're dissatisfied with the result, and they look at you like you're a fool, right? They look at you as if you're a fool. So now you have this neck tattoo that you can't rub off. It's not magic ink. You have this thing for life. It didn't impress. Now you're dissatisfied with the result. Others look at you like you're crazy. And now the whole thing that you did trying to impress backfired. Now what? Now what? Do you try to impress others again? Or now are you in a situation where you're twice as unsettled as before because you just wanted to impress a little bit and it backfired. Now you're in a situation where you got to double down or dig yourself out of a weird hole or whatever because you tried to impress others. It backfired. Now you're more upset with yourself, and others look at you like you're an idiot or a fool. Now what? Now what? Do you do you go get a tattoo on the other side of your neck to be more impressive? You double down. Yeah, this is really who I am. But when you look in the mirror, it's not really who you are. It's the opposite of who you are. Now what? So with the girl now, and people looked at her. People looked at her like, "Girl, what did you do? What did you do to your hair?" And people are trying to be complimentary, like Uncle Freezy tried to be. Like, "Girl, what you do to your hair?" And she's like, "Do you like it?" And they're like, "Oh, it's something. It's something. It might not be exactly what you thought, but it's something. It's something, right?" Yeah. So now you're upset with others because they don't understand you. No, it's not that. It's not an indictment on who you are as a person. It's just fuchsia hair with blue tips may just not be the wave, right? It just may not be the wave. Like you show up and you thought everybody was gonna give you a round of applause, and everybody is like, "This chick is crazy." Right? Right? And y'all are like, where am I going with this? Okay. So this happened to me in real life, and it reminded me of something I know. It's called the New York Knicks. Who New York Knicks? Who are we? Who are we? New York Knicks, New York Knicks fans, New York Knicks organization, New York Knicks. When you look yourself in the mirror, do you understand who you are? New York Knicks. You're not a prime time free agent destination, New York Knicks. Stop telling yourself that, right? Stop telling yourself that, Knicks. Stop telling yourself that maybe if we start winning a little teeny bit, free agents will come here. No, no. History tells us even when the Knicks are winning, cats don't want to come here. Period. Stop telling yourself. Stop telling yourself that. Stop getting neck tattoos, New York Knicks. If it don't fit you, be yourself, New York Knicks. Maybe we can trade. Maybe we can trade. Maybe we can rebuild. And we'll draft a whole bunch of superstars in the draft, and then maybe we can trade our worst assets for the best player in the league. Stop being stupid, New York Knicks. You're not getting LeBron James for Frank Ntilikina and DSJ. Stop being ridiculous. Stop being ridiculous, New York Knicks. That's classic Knicks chatter. I don't want Paul George because he chokes in the playoffs. Really, New York Knicks? How about you make the playoffs first to see if Paul George would choke for your team? How about that? And stop dyeing your hair that stupid fuchsia color and putting on blue tips, thinking it's going to validate who you are, New York Knicks. New York Knicks, how about look in the mirror? New York Knicks, can you look in the mirror and see who you really are as a franchise? Stop thinking every summer free agents, primetime free agents are going to line up to come play for the Knicks. Be yourself. Be yourself, New York Knicks. New York Knicks, be yourself. You don't need a stupid neck tattoo, New York Knicks. Karl Anthony Towns ain't begging to come here, New York Knicks. Realize who you are. Look at yourself in the mirror. New York Knicks, you don't need a stupid fuchsia hair color and blue tips to try to impress somebody. It always fails. Look in the mirror. Do a self-evaluation. Evaluate yourself and be honest with yourself. Who are you, New York Knicks? Do a self-evaluation. And if it makes you nervous, so what? Understand who you are, New York Knicks. Nobody's lining up to come here. You don't draft well historically. Your trades always seem to backfire in the long term. Right? Understand who you are as a franchise New York Knicks. And you know what? If you understand that, then your path going forward should be easier. Because if you don't want to be that person that you've always been, you have to look at yourself and make legit changes to who you are. Right? And sometimes you need outside help. Sometimes you need outside help to become the person that you want to be, but not by trying to impress. Not by trying to impress people right offhand with purple hair and neck tattoos. Sometimes you need to go and say, "Hey, listen, this is where I want to be. This is who I want to be as a person. I don't know how to get there. I need some help." Bodega Wi-Fi was good. Was good, and I say that because I watch the shows. I watch the Knicks YouTube just like everybody else. Hey, like I watch Knicks fan TV. I watch nothing but Knicks. You know what I'm saying? I watch my man Ryan Cleveland. Man. I watch Legion of Knicks podcast. I watch Sports Vibes TV. You know, I run the whole gambit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm a fan of the Knicks and I'm a fan of them, right? But some of the stuff that I hear Knicks fans say makes me think they like rocking purple hair with blue tips, like that girl I saw last night. Or Joe, with the neck tattoo. Like, Joe, what you doing with a neck tattoo, man? That's I wish I could slap that thing off your neck. That ain't you. Be yourself. And the same thing for the Knicks. Knicks fans are like, I'll trade Kevin Knox, Frank Ntilikina, and DSJ for Bradley Beal. No, I ain't throwing no picks in there. No, I ain't giving them no picks. I'm giving them DSJ and Frank. Really? They suck so much that they can't even start for your team, and you think other teams value that? Are you serious? You think your trash is going to be treasure to other teams? Really? You think trading away? You think trading away Reggie Bullock and Frank Ntilikina is going to get you Zach LaVine? Really? Look yourself. Look yourself in the mirror, Knicks fans, Knicks organization. Everything in Knicks universe. Look yourself in the mirror. Who are we as an organization? If we were so good at landing draft picks, we would have drafted our own Zach LaVine by now. We'd have drafted our own Bradley Beal by now. If we were so good at signing free agents, we would have signed our own Giannis by now. And I know this is sobering. And I don't want to put a wet blanket on things. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to piss on the party. But what I would like to do is have us check reality. Right? Who are we? Who are we as an organization? As a Knicks universe, who are we? Can't turn our nose up at Paul George. Are you serious? Turn our nose up at a cat like Paul George. Paul George chokes in the playoffs. Really? Who chokes in the playoffs for us? Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. The criteria was actually making the playoffs, right? My bad. My bad. And I know this whole thing went a little longer than expected, but if y'all, in case y'all can't tell, it's got me a little greasy about who we are as an organization and how we talk about other teams, players, and other teams. Like we think the Washington Wizards are going to give us Bradley Beal. Here, here's Bradley Beal. Hey, Uncle Freezy, you wanted Bradley Beal, right? Here, take him. You're right. I did want Bradley Beal, but I understand that there is a price to pay for elite talent. Right. So I want to bring everybody in. Hey, Joe Madden, I need for you to jump in, man. Stop playing. Oh, you probably got. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot. You might be busy. You might. Yeah, I keep forgetting you got. Yeah, I keep forgetting that you're busy. But Joe Madden is our guy, man. I love Joe Madden. Joe Madden is our guy, man. I love when he jump in. Decius Thomas, what's good? Decius Thomas says, Freezy, management need to take some of the blame for our shortcomings. We either draft the wrong player or don't develop the one we do draft. Right. Yep. Pseudonym Squeepy was good. Yo. And I'm sorry, man. Before I do that, let's do this.
I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My family's on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the resolve. Look in my eyes when you speak in the God.
What's up, Zach? What's good?
What's up? Welcome to Freezy's Get Off My Lawn show.
Get off my lawn!
Glad you're coming around to the Bradley Beal trade mess.
Hey, man. Hey, so I'm looking at this girl. I don't want to say her name, but I'm looking at the girl, right? And she like, yo, Uncle Freezy, did you like it? And I'm like, oh my God, girl, you are so bad. What's good? Can you hear us?
What's happening, guys? How we doing?
Hey, man.
Yeah, I can
I
hear
read
you.
that chat right.
What's
I'm
happening,
sorry,
guys?
bro. Hope you feel better.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, I was started getting sick about 2 days ago and I got tested yesterday and then they gave me the results. So I moved my Xbox, TV, everything into a spare bedroom and it's isolating for the next 2 weeks. So
Yeah.
I'll be on a
Yeah.
lot of these podcasts because I have nothing else to do.
Right.
Why not, man?
Right. Hey, so salute to Tone Wu who says
Yeah.
salute we need to get Bill and Horford. Yeah, man.
I would have
hey,
took Horford if we
Sam
got that
Mears
first
was
round
good.
pick.
Top of the morning, Unc. Top of the morning,
I
Unc.
would have took
Zach,
Horford
Joe.
for that pick.
What's up, Sin?
Top
What's happening, bro?
chat. Salute.
Yeah, salute, man. Salute, bro. Salute.
Smash that like button, man. Uncle Freezy, top of the morning. We here.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Hey, we here. Got energy too, man.
Yes,
Question is,
sir.
my breakfast isn't here. You gonna hurry up?
Breakfast. I forgot about breakfast. I need to get something.
I got
Hey,
the
Ralph,
orange juice. I'm good. Ralph, I'd pay to see you with braids. I saw your comment in the chat. I would pay.
Yeah, I'll probably show you a picture, man. Yeah, I'll probably show you a picture.
Hey, so she walked up on me like, yo, Uncle Freezy, do you like it? And I'm like, wow. Fuchsia. And she was like, yeah, it only cost me $240 to get this.
If Chop was here, it'd be a sad.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm like, girl, what are you trying to prove? And she's, or why'd you do it? I'm just trying to prove something. I'm 20 and I'm finally doing such and such and such. And I'm like, this chick is
Get a
crazy.
job. Get a job.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Something, and it reminded me of Knicks fans. Knicks fans are like, I'll trade Frank Ntilikina and DSJ for Michael Jordan straight up. No, I'm not giving them picks. No draft picks. Just DSJ and Frank for Michael Jordan. So you like, oh, really? Really? Is this the direction we going today?
They'd have to give us a second rounder.
I see a lot of them comments. People giving up like Knox, DSJ, and a pick for Bradley Beal. I'm like, why would they take our trash? We don't want them. Why do they want them?
Right.
Freezy, maybe that girl's into anime. Is that girl into animation?
Ralph, you can stay off Freezy's lawn too.
Yeah, I'm not.
Tips, bro.
I'm not for sure if she's into
Did you have
anime or not.
In your braids? At the end
So
of your braids?
the question is, who is our purple tips?
What color's Future?
Who is the Knicks' purple tips?
No, I'm talking about the fan base. I'm talking about our fan base. Our fan base is like, we have something to prove to everybody else. And my question is, why don't you just look in the mirror and see who you are first, right? Recognize who you are. And then that way you'll have a point of reference. You won't have to go out and have other people tell you who you are. Because if you look in the mirror, you can find that out on your own.
Freezy, I want to make a point with you that, there are people like me who want to make small trades. And when I'm here in the panel talking about small trades, you tell me, I hear stuff like, Ralph, I respect your point of view, but I'm not doing those small trades. So it's like, what choice do you have? Either to make a Bradley Beal trade or Ralph, you're not really making any sense out of that. Any trades that's making any sense when you're talking about making a trade for Derrick Rose or Jordan Clarkson. It's like,
see, they make sense. They're small trades to add to the team to make a push for the playoffs. Bradley Beal is basically emptying the house and doing Carmelo Anthony all over again.
Well said. I agree with you, Joe.
Yeah,
and we're not ready for a move like that.
I agree.
We're not ready for a move.
And I agree with you too. I agree with you. All I'm saying is that I wanted to make a push yesterday for Jordan Clarkson, and it's like, yo, Ralph, why are we talking about small trades like that? That doesn't really help that's not really significant.
Clarkson's number one in six-man voting. He's a beast this year. That's not a small trade. You're gonna
have to give up. You're gonna have to give up a first for him, and I'm not willing to give up a first for him.
I would
But
do that. I
Maybe
would
like
do
a
that-
2025, something crazy. Like
Yeah.
way down the
That
line, you could trade
contradictory?
back for.
Yeah, no, and Raphael, we were talking about George Hill. So I was like, yo, why trade for George Hill when we have Alfred Payton?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
What
okay,
I
now
would do, what I would do is that Derrick Rose trade interests me if it's on the cheap. But people were saying, "Oh, trade them Peyton in a second round pick." Peyton's not going to waive that no trade clause, so you have to give up give them Frank in a second and then waive Peyton. I would do that because then at least Derrick Rose can run and not. He's old. He's been under the Tim system. I know he's aged a little bit. He's a cheap expiring deal. And if you want to re-sign him, he's only making $7 million and he can run an offense, at least a basic offense. Peyton, I'm sick of this two-man game. It's either he goes to the hole or he goes to Randall. We need to change it up a little bit if we're going to be competitive. Because you look at the key to success or a playoff run is point guard. We have the worst starting point guard in the NBA, and it's not even close. So a move like yeah. Oh no, who else? Every other team has a top. Every other team has at least a confident point guard. Most of them have all-star point guards. We have Peyton, who should be in China, only that we gave him a deal.
Right. And so Joe, just to put a rock in your shoe, just to be irritant, I think Alfred Payton is a part of the future here.
As a backup.
As
a backup, he could be. He's a solid backup.
Boy. Not even a backup.
What do you mean?
I'm not saying
he's always had a job as a backup. He's always gonna have a job as a backup.
I'm not saying that I like
Commander. Every team he's backed up for, they've got the number one pick when he was with them. The Suns,
so hopefully
the Pelicans.
We keep that magic going.
He's the tank commander. He'll drive you to a number one pick.
Hopefully we get hopefully we have the same luck.
Zach, I was saying the same thing yesterday, that he's a good backup point guard. Like he's a decent backup because he's a good defender. He's a defending guard. You know, and he gets you
career average like 96 as a career backup.
But I agree. Like I look at him as a backup, and he has no business starting. And then yesterday we got into an argument about huge debate that no, he's a starting point guard because he started so many games, and I'm like. So
for us, he is only because we have no talent.
Zach, I agree with you, Zach. I think I see Peyton as a backup. But again, last offseason, a lot of Knicks fans, there was a huge fan base that did not want a starting point guard because they wanted to see rookies play in the offseason. They were saying no to this player, no to CP3, no to and there was a huge fan base that was really big on we want to see the rookies play. We want to see the rookies play.
I'd rather see that than $41 million for a 37-year-old.
To Joe's point, I don't know who's the bigger problem, either Peyton or the fans that wanted to see that they
Well, you know who the fans are. You know who the fans are.
I don't want to see no $41 million a year for a guy past his prime.
Wait, there's a huge fan. The fans that did not want a starting point guard because they wanted to see the rookies play.
And I want a starting point guard. I don't want a $41 million past his prime over the hill guy that's not going to be here too long.
Yeah. I was in on Russ, but not now. I want a Westbrook, but now, no. I see what's going on in Washington. No.
Right. Even before the draft, right? Even the draft, there was, Freezy wanted Oubre, right? Freezy wanted Oubre from the Phoenix deal.
He's a knockdown shooter.
I know Phoenix was entertaining trading Oubre.
No, Oubre in the 10 pick is what I want.
Right. It was the Oubre. I said, listen, why don't we go after Ricky Rubio? I was entertaining.
That's not a bad
We've
deal
been killing
either.
him the same way you kill Alfred Payton because he can't
shoot.
But so
he can run an offense at least. Payton, we say Payton, he's a good passer. He goes to the hole or he gives it to Rondo. Look at his numbers. more points, but lower assists.
Right.
He's a backup on a bad team. That's what
Rubio
he is.
would dribble a few times and pass the ball to Randall and wouldn't even have the threat of going to the hole.
Right. Hey, so Sam, what you think? What you think, Sam?
I think that's like from what you said, like when we brought up the purple tips thing, he was like, we need to kind of look in the mirror and see what we got, see who we are. Right. I feel like small trades kind of is slightly contradictory to that, not so much because you still need to build up a type of depth. But I feel like we still never gave a solid look at what we got. Every time a new regime comes in, we change it up. We get a new guy that we're going to anchor on and We go from there. Right. But at this point, man, we got to do something. I don't want to trade the house away, no, but we got a plethora of picks, and we get mad at Elfrid Payton. But like Ralph said, you can't get mad. You paying somebody $5 million. You can't expect them to give you $30 million of production.
But we're getting 10 an hour plus tips.
Listen,
that's the production we're getting.
I'll never argue with you on Payton. I'll never argue with you. I never argue with you. But we bringing in point guards, and we still got 5 point guards on the roster. Like,
yeah, and all of them have no value. You'd be lucky if you put all 4 of them together. You'd be lucky to get a late second round pick for all 4 of them.
Well, then Golden State was looking at Frank, right?
They were looking at Frank, but now Frank's value's gone down because they ain't playing him.
Right. Exactly. This is what I'm saying. We should have never brought Alfin in the back period. But like Free said, he must be a part of the future.
He part of the future.
He has to be. Like they didn't extend.
Don't
Frank.
tell me that.
They're not looking
I'm already out of COVID. I'm already depressed.
You're gonna make Joe's got weak lungs right now.
I have COVID, and then you're telling me Elfrid Payton's my point guard of the future? God.
COVID don't seem so bad after all, does it, Joe?
I don't think.
Boy. I'd rather have COVID than Elfrid Payton as my point guard.
Listen, give me all 3 strands of COVID over Payton, and I'll take it.
Hey, Joe, at least your sense of smell's gone, so you can't smell Payton's BS.
Yeah, and at least I can take medication. I can't take medication for my eyes watching his trash every night.
Right.
4 points, 2 assists, 2 rebounds in nearly 30 minutes. You kidding me?
Right.
To be a competent franchise, your point guard needs to give you 15 and 7 every night at least. 15 and 7 is what you need out of your point guard.
The thing is, again, one of the reasons why I wanted Jordan Clarkson is because he can get his own bucket. He can score. You know, that's the thing. That's the reason why I wanted Jordan Clarkson. And so
we thought we were getting that with Alec Burks, though, right?
Well, obviously, people put too much stock in Alex Burks. I told you, he's always hurt. He's inconsistent.
He's the same as Rivers. You're going to get nights where he's going to put up over 20, and then you're going to have nights. They're streaky shooters. Rivers can go out and give you 40, and the next night he'll give you 5.
He only gives us 40 against Utah. That's the only team he plays against that. He's done it a couple of times.
He's done it a couple of times with the Clippers, and he's done it a couple of times with the Rockets. He killed the Kings in the bubble. He had like 47, I think, in the bubble in like 28 minutes.
I mean, for us, when he plays for us, the only 2 teams he played against that he did well was Utah.
Right. And that's the thing. Our bench isn't bad. Our bench is probably one of the better benches in the league. It's the starting unit. And these Burks and Rivers aren't guys you can start. You want them coming off the bench because they're shooters, they're scorers. You want them off the bench. We need a point guard and we need a 3. We need another wing. We need basically an RJ that can shoot.
I feel like at full health, if you give us a full roster, alpha roster at full health, and a willing rotation to go beyond 10 when we're not playing well, I think we could at least make a little bit more noise.
Right.
Yeah. We need to get a score in here, and that's what I'm looking. I've been watching a lot on Zach LaVine on how things.
I'm gonna grab a drink right quick. I'll be right back.
Yeah, no problem.
I like Clarkson though. Clarkson, like
I don't think he's gonna go anywhere.
Clarkson's going to give a late first, maybe.
He's not going to go anywhere. He just signed a 4-year deal with Utah. The reason
doesn't matter. They can still trade him away.
Yeah, but they're not going to move him. They're going to keep. That's the reason why they traded Ed Davis to us to the cap room to give Clarkson the deal.
So right? So they playing 3 point guards, no? Or is Clarkson?
Well,
Clarkson Conley. I'd rather have
comes
Conley
off the bench.
Clarkson comes off the bench,
but he's giving you. He's playing the 1 and the 2 off the bench. He's getting like 20 minutes a game. He's putting up 17 and 5 a night.
He's what I would, if you're not getting him, at least try to maybe throw us 2 second rounders and somebody at Mike Conley because he's a veteran. No one's giving a first rounder.
They're not going to move anyone.
He's better than Elfrid Payton though.
They're on a 10-game winning streak.
Very good basketball player.
They're second in the West. They're not going to. They're not moving anybody.
He's better than anything we got.
They're not moving anything.
Second rounder for him? What the heck,
they're not moving anything. They're not going to move anything.
I want to ask you guys, what about Lou Will? If we give him the starting position.
No, we've Quickly's a younger Lou Will. When you look at him, the game is similar.
Versus Elfrid Payton, I'm talking about.
He's not a point guard. He's a scorer off the bench. He's never been
Yeah,
a
but
good
I'd
point
rather have
guard.
Lou.
You
I'd
really
rather have
need.
Lou
You
Will
really
start
need
as my point guard than Peyton.
I
To
mean,
be
you
Yeah,
can
we'll
let
honest,
see
Julius
25
Randle just
shots a
run the
game by Lou
point.
Will, and we'll lose.
You can let Julius Randle just run the point like him and RJ, and you could just have Lou Will
Lou
just
Will,
get his buckets.
no. Lou Will's one, he's too old. Two, he's on a contending team. He's going to try to ring chase. He doesn't want to come here. They're not going to get rid of him because there's no one that can help them win games that we're going to get rid of. They're looking to win now. They're not looking to get a draft pick for somebody. They're looking to get assets that they can use on the
we
court.
see it clearly. They don't give a crap about. They're the same as Brooklyn. They don't give a crap about draft picks. They've been
Exactly.
moving draft picks. We're in a position to gather draft picks because we're rebuilding.
Well, no,
When
we
you're
need
in
a
that
point guard.
championship contender, they don't want picks.
We need a point guard.
They give up
Joe.
a first round from Marcus Morris.
Lou Williams is a point guard, Ralph.
No, a guard. I mean, a guard that
Combo. He can play a point at certain
We don't need
situations.
another
but I wouldn't-
combo. We need a true
Yeah,
point guard.
we have all combos. That's a Derrick Rose to me. If you give like Frank and a second, I would take Derrick Rose and you re-sign him for a year. You draft your point guard in the draft, and you have him more or less what they were planning to do with Killian Hayes. Killian Hayes was starting, and Derrick Rose was coming off the bench, but was mentoring him. That's what I do. If you could get Cade or Suggs, you start them. You have Rose back them up, and then quickly can play most of his minutes off the two because I think quickly is probably better off ball for catch and shoot situations.
Right now, I'd rather, if we get Rose tomorrow, let's say, I'd rather have Rose start this year. Only because to show who better from quickly to learn from as far as under Tibbs' system. If that's the most successful person that's ever been in Tibbs' system. So he knows what Tibbs wants, he knows what Tibbs needs, out of a point guard more than anybody, I think. And so why not? And then next year, if Quickly shows us more improvement at the point guard position, then you roll with him and you can draft a 3 or whatever the case may be, whatever happens next year.
Well, it depends where we're sitting in the draft because we're in the top 3. I'm taking Cade or Suggs, whichever one's available.
Well,
you don't turn them down even though you have Quickly.
What about this season?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying. Crazy was make a move, give them Frank and maybe a second rounder, get Derrick Rose in here, waive Peyton, have Derrick Rose start, and have Quickly back him up. And then next year, if you're in position to get Cade or Suggs, draft them and have Rose come off the bench and move Quickly over to the 2. Because I think Quickly's better off the 2 for catch and shoot situations. And it's a better all ball movement when you have 2 guys that can facilitate, like Quickly and Cade or Quickly and Suggs. So it's better having it with a point guard league now. Look at how the Cavs are getting better because they've Sexton is an actual point guard playing the 2, and they've Garden playing the 1. Teams now, it's a 2-point guard league more or less. That's how teams are winning. It's shooting is the most important thing on the floor right now.
But Paris Duggar, Derrick Rose is not garbage. He's one of the best players ever, disregarding injury.
Yeah, he'd have been.
And he's reinvented himself. He's still a really good player in the league.
Yeah. And see, the thing is, he's cheap. People were saying about his contract. He's making $7 million this year. You can sign him on a 1-year deal next year for $7 million. We're going to have close to $60 million in cap space. Where else is the money going to go?
In my opinion, he wasn't even I know he had some, when he was here before, he had some off the court issues, a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
He wasn't the problem. He wasn't why we lost that season. So I thought we should have brought him back on the cheap.
People thought we were going to be a super team. Oh, Derrick Rose, Porzingis, and Melo. And it was like, no, because you have
Joakim Noah.
Yeah, Joakim Noah.
And Courtney Lee.
Yeah,
oh, yeah. Can't forget the all-star that is Courtney Lee.
Yeah. Was it Derrick Rose had his problems. Joakim Noah was a drug addict. He couldn't stay healthy. And Melo wanted out. Melo was aging and wanted out.
And KP was Melo Jr. attitude-wise.
Yeah.
Right.
And look at KP now. We look like we win in that trade because the Mavs lost 3 in a row and he ain't putting up good numbers. He's struggling. They have him shooting mad threes.
He's soft.
And it's like he's 7 foot. He should be around the rim, not in the perimeter. I think we're winning. It depends. We got to see if their draft pick ends up in the top 10, then it looks like we win in that trade.
Right.
100%.
Mm.
We're winning a trade right now because we got rid of KP.
Right.
Yeah. And that gave us money for Randall.
Yeah.
Which Randall you could build with. You can move him and get more picks. Would do however you want. So having Randall is a value. from getting KP. So you literally drop KP, use Rondo with the money, and now you can do whatever you want with Rondo. You can keep them, build around them. You can move them, get more assets, get better. It was, and then the picks too.
I mean, yeah,
that 2023 pick might even. I know it's top 10 protected, but it still could be something.
I mean, me personally, I like Randall because I like winning games. I'm pro winning, but I'm learning to accept that there are other fans who
just hate him.
Like no that they would trade Randall for a draft pick. That's a reality.
I hate him no matter what happens.
I'm down the middle. I'm like, if we're winning games, you keep them. But I'm seeing is if someone comes to you and offers you a young player and a first round pick, or a young player you could use valuable and a first round, or 2 first rounders, you got to take it, because we're a rebuilding team that needs the more picks, the more assets you have to make a big trade.
That's a rebuild that never ends, Joe. You got to keep talent when you get them.
My whole thing
that's only if we lose, and if we keep going the way we're at and we're in playoff contention, you try and
we don't have enough talent. We don't have enough talent. So
and that's why I'm like,
keep the
typical Knicks.
I'm
like,
that.
The Knicks have been losing for so long. The Knicks have been losing for so long, and the year that has one of the best drafts since LeBron James, the Knicks decided to start winning.
Yeah, but why? So what? You don't want to trade your talent away to get more talent? That makes no sense. Keep the talent you have and build around it.
Let me ask y'all this.
But do you want to pay him? Do you want to pay him $30-something million after next year?
He's playing like an all-star.
If he's playing like an all-star, then you got to pay him market value, whatever market value is.
All right, then what you do is then you have to package Obi for another star.
Okay, so
because you're not going to help. Like, that's the thing with me. It's like, if we're going to keep Ron, you're going to pay him. Okay, then move Obi and try and get something of value to go with Randall, instead of having Obi on the bench when you can get something that can start with Randall. But unless you decide to move Obi to the 5.
Well, let me ask you this. Let me ask y'all this.
Where's this live grenade?
And I asked this before, and this is a live grenade. Yep. This is
my live grenade.
This is it.
Oh, okay.
This is it. You ready?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've been saving this for like 3 days.
Yeah, no.
And it almost slipped the other day. And I think you kind of know where I'm going, and I hope you don't, because I actually want to see the surprise on your face when I ask.
I'll pretend I don't.
All right, we try to. I feel like Julius Randle is better than Kristaps Porzingis.
That is facts. That ain't no live grenade. Yeah. That is facts. He uses his size.
That's
KP
facts.
don't. He don't just live at the 3.
Look,
oh my God,
Freezy. KP has more potential, but injuries and his head and his brother worked him.
I don't care what.
Yeah, Rondo's better than KP.
You're 7'3".
So
you get posted up by Steph Curry. Stop it.
Hey, Chad, that's my live grenade. I think Porzingis is not as good as what y'all make him out to be. Y'all keep pushing this narrative like, oh, who wins the Porzingis trade? I think we won it going away. I think we lapped the field in that trade.
Yep.
So, but my
depends who we get in the draft. That tells the tale. If we get somebody that
we already got someone better than KP,
like a good,
we
have Rondo. Then but I'm saying is, with that Mavs pick, if you get something good with it that can bring something to the team, then you win that trade all day
long.
But once we see that pick, and this time next year, or 20 games in, and see where the pick. No, the Knicks pick we always had, but the Mavs
we got 2 Dallas picks.
Yeah. 2023, it's top 10 protected, so you might get a good role player out of that one. But this one's unprotected, and Dallas don't look good. It could be anywhere.
We need good role players.
So this time next year, we'll know if we won the trade.
If we get 2 good role players, if we get 2 good role players with those Dallas picks, we won, because we need role players too. We need everything.
Yeah, and so I think we won the trade when you look at the what we sent to Dallas, right? So we got rid of albatross contracts, right?
Tim Hardaway.
Because Tim Hardaway was streaky and inconsistent with us, and then he had plantar fasciitis.
And the shin splints things.
Yeah. And so you take a guy that's already hot and cold all the time, and you make him even more unpredictable because he's injured. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then you get rid of Courtney Lee's last 2 years of his $14 million, right? And you bring back 1-year deals.
Mm-hmm. And draft picks.
And draft picks, yeah.
And a trash can for those 1-year deals in DSJ.
Did you guys hear the story about Tim Hardaway?
I just want to say though, like
apparently the mob called the Knicks about Tim Hardaway, and then the Knicks threw Porzingis in.
You told me that. Yeah, go ahead, Raphael.
so crazy. Even my whole thing is this is a reality because we didn't draft Randall, right? A lot of people would still trade Randall for first-round pick, and that's my whole thing. This is a reality. Like this is like. It's. I'm starting to understand that. How do you say that? Like, I can't be surprised. Shout out to all the subscribers and everybody. But I can't be surprised if people want to tank.
To your point, Ralph, real quick, if he was our draft pick, all those struggling years, they'd be loving him and supporting him no matter what, just like they do for everybody else.
So my whole thing is people want to trade. So there are people that want to trade him just for the simple fact that we didn't draft him. I've literally heard that out of their mouth.
Yeah,
people are stupid.
I've literally heard
people are stupid.
We didn't draft him. I don't have to be loyal to him. If I can trade him for a first-round pick, I'll consider it, depending on the case. And I'm like, this guy's literally better than the guy we drafted, Kristaps Porzingis.
Right.
And you would trade him for a first-round pick.
KP, people are still sour about trading KP. His All-Star season, he got 22-7. What's Randall doing?
My whole thing is
how's Randall not an All-Star?
My whole thing, Coach Zach. Anybody that we have a lot of great people here.
I don't know. Will he be? He might be an All-Star reserve.
He deserves to be an All-Star. I don't care if he is or not. He deserves it.
We have a lot of great people who can dissect the game, who know the game. Like, for example, we have Jonathan Macri, film for Knicks Film School.
Macri will be on the show February 1st, by the way.
Yeah, he's a great look. I like his work, but I don't agree with
in the morning or at night.
Yeah, no, on this joint, so he'll be on in the morning.
Okay, all right, I'll be on it.
His work, but I don't agree with his opinions. I like Sim. I like Sim. Show nothing but Knicks. Great guy, great dude. Shout out to him. But there are some opinions I defer. Same thing with Guillermo. I agree with his opinions, but some of them I don't, and a lot of them I don't. So a lot of people will tell you just because. So what my point is, just because you can break down the game well, doesn't mean that you are doesn't make people great evaluators, especially if you would trade Julius Randle for a first-round pick. In my opinion.
You have to explore.
No, I want two first-rounders from, not just one. Not just one pick. I want a young asset or two first-rounders.
Guys, we're so opinionated, and we think that just because we think one way, the other side doesn't work. You have to realize that organizations, good ones, have these discussions about their players every day. Maybe not LeBron, maybe not Giannis, but all the other guys like fringe all-stars or fringe stars, blah, 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 down to the 15th man. They'll say, okay, what's
everyone
his future
could be
with this
traded
team?
at the right
What's
price.
it look like? Yeah, what's it look like? What do we need from him? Blah, 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 yada, yada.
Right.
And if you know the game, you can break down the game, then you know exactly what opinion to give. You might not agree with it. It might hurt someone's feelings, but their opinion, they have a good opinion because they know the game.
Right.
Well, not about players all the time, really.
What? So what makes you right all the time?
I don't think because you can necessarily dissect the game well doesn't mean that you're like, for example, Coach Tibbs is a phenomenal coach. Doesn't make him a.
That's not what he asked you though. He asked what makes you right all the time.
Since everybody else has wrong opinions,
I'm not saying everybody's right or wrong, and I'm not trying to say that either. That it just doesn't make.
What are you saying?
That you can't always go by Jonathan Macri's opinion or
shout out to Jonathan.
Shout out to him.
You study me calling out like Knicks fans this, Jonathan Macri that. Just make your point without calling other people out.
No, it's that
Macri is my guy, and I think he's using him as an example.
It's an example that you can. I
like Macri.
people who study tape. It's my like I seen Coach Tibbs. He's a great coach, but he failed as a general manager. So I'm like, just because you study doesn't make you.
What made him fail as a general manager?
Yeah, exactly.
So
what made him fail?
He was doing both.
Raphael, what's the point of it all, though? So what's the point?
No, I'm asking, what about him makes you think he failed?
People, that I've seen Jonathan. My whole thing is I listen to people talk about when I listen to like Jonathan Macri talking about Julius Randle all season, right? Or these people talking about trading him for a first-round pick. Like, listen to Guillermo. Hey, listen, I'll trade him for a first-round pick. Like, I start to listen. I'm like, man, as smart as these people are, when they make a take about like that, I'm like, you know what? I don't think I should be listening to this morning. I thought about like, how much value should I be listening to these people? How much should I value their opinion when they are making takes like that?
The same way we value anyone else's opinion when we don't agree.
That's what makes these shows. If everyone had the same opinion, then
what's
this
good, boss?
be boring.
Good morning. I had to jump in here because I love Ralph so much, but I just wanted Ralph. I wanted to throw you an anchor.
Thank you.
Before Ralph, great guy.
Okay.
First of all, how is the family?
Good.
Yeah. How
He's buttering him up before he smashes
buttering him up.
No, because
go ahead, butter me up. Go ahead.
No, let him go. But you interrupt everyone else.
No, but it's sports, babe. No, I haven't been here yet. It's been an hour. I haven't got to speak. So it's sports, baby. There's no right or wrong. We're moving for one thing. We're moving for a championship. Your way, my way, his way. All that matters is Leon Rose, Worldwide West, Tibbs way. The problem with the Knicks is because there's only one reason we haven't won the championship, because we have the resources.
Right.
And you'll never hear me blame Dolan for anything.
Right.
But if there's one thing I blame, because he's hired good people, he's hired bad people, Dolan gets a little impatient. In order to do something, you have to pick it, and you got to be willing to go for it for 10 years. Dolan has to give this at least 10 years, period. Mm-hmm. Point blank.
He's already given it 20.
No. He hasn't given one person.
No, he hasn't given
probably
a
on the phone. He's on the phone to Leon Rose right now. Make a call about Bradley Beal.
Yes.
Yeah, because he's like a Knicks fan. That's all. He has about the same knowledge as some of us Knicks fans.
Same knowledge as us, and he's the owner. Yeah.
So
maybe less.
So I think that's the only reason we haven't won a championship. I think everybody's plan will work if you allow them to work it. But none of us are right about everything, Ralph. None of us are right. I want to say.
I agree.
And I want to say I apologize that you lost the way that they should have. I'm going to make sure I bring some next time. I mean,
the loss is something else. But
next time that there's a bait, I'm going to call all my frat brothers. I'm going to get them in the chat. No. You're going to have some votes, baby, because you're not losing the next debate.
Right. The vote, that's another thing. That's a whole different animal.
Yeah, where was my help voter fraud? Come on.
That's a whole different animal. But my whole thing is what I wanted to how do I make that point? You know what? Y'all talk. Let me think about it. So that way when I make my point, I'll make it clear.
What?
I need to think about what I want to say.
Okay. All right. So what I said was before we got sideline was I think Julius Randle is better than Kristaps Porzingis. Right.
Facts.
And I know a lot of people won't agree with me because of their I see James Jen in the building. James Jen, what's good? How many James Jens are in the chat, James Jen?
As many as Kyle Lowry's age.
Oh wow! So it's 5,600 in there. Okay,
he's up to 10,000.
Oh wow!
By the way, Uncle Freezy, I don't know what your morning's like. I just want to remind you, and that's why I had to wake up because you said you were throwing Zach a live grenade today.
Yep.
That
So
was the
that
live
was
grenade.
Friday morning.
He threw
That
it.
was the live grenade.
He threw it.
And
Yeah.
it was
He threw
my
it?
live grenade, really,
Yeah.
because I've been saying that.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
did he say?
I said so. This
The
is
live
I've been saying it to
the
my
live
homies,
grenade
my
is
Knicks
this.
fans I know.
The live grenade is this. I think Julius Randle is a better player than Kristaps Porzingis.
Boom.
And so the reason why I say that, and the reason why it's a point of contention is because people constantly ask who won the Porzingis trade, the Knicks or the Mavericks, right?
We'll see this time next year what that draft pick is. This
problem
time next
is,
year we'll be talking about it.
We already won. We got rid of KP.
You can make the argument that we got KP because of Julius, because maybe we wouldn't have went that route. But Julius can't be weighed if you're being scientific, right and exact about what we got back for the trade. So we got to really wait. We really got to wait until
both sides.
Well, G.I., the reason I say that about Julius as a trade is because the big thing when we traded Kristaps is who could we get a replacement for him, and we already found someone better than him.
And also I think we were a winner because we didn't give a max contract to an injury-prone big man.
Oh, and that is a winner right then and there.
The softest big man in the name. Freaking
That's why
unicorn.
I want to trade those KP picks for Bradley Beal.
If it gets it
They're
done,
not going to take them picks.
If it gets it
we're
done,
going to
I'm
have to
with you.
throw in the 2 Dallas picks, 2 Knicks picks, Randall, and some other guys. Maybe
the
2
ghost
picks
of Patrick
swap.
Ewing.
We're going to have to give up. We're going to have to give up the house for him. And what are we going to have left? He'll be worse.
Trade Madison Square Garden.
He'll be worse with us than he will be with the Washington Wizards. He got more talent with Washington because we'd have to trade everything to get him.
Go ahead, Ralph.
That's the problem.
Yeah. Okay, I got a question for you because you made a point that had me thinking the other day, right? And you talking to me, listen, Ralph. You told me, Ralph, I have doubts if we're gonna win the championship, right? Am I right?
Who are you talking
No,
to?
actually, it's a little deeper than that, Ralph.
Right. But go ahead.
It's a little deeper than that.
What he said was he was afraid he was going to die without the Knicks winning the
I've
championship.
lived 50 years of life.
Right.
I have been a Knicks fan since 1983.
Mm-hmm.
I am afraid to die. I got more. I'm on the deep on the back nine. In fact, if I had another 50 years of life, I probably wouldn't even know what I was seeing or comprehending if the Knicks win the championship.
Right. My question to you.
The Knicks win the championship.
Now, I want to ask a question because I feel like that's asking me a question. Is making me poised to ask a question. In this situation, are you looking to win or are you looking to tank? Either or. I just want to listen to your opinion because I think it's important, right? I know what I want, right? I know what I want this season.
Let him answer.
Jack, let me speak. Let me finish. I'll give right back.
Answer.
I know I want to win this season. I know I want, but I can't make everybody agree with me. I can't force everybody to say, "Yo, let's go to the playoffs." Go ahead. What are you going to do this season?
I've said it several times that I probably need to do it. Maybe you might not have been there, might not. Maybe I need to articulate myself better. I'm afraid right now because, and that's why I made this statement, is because what are we doing right now? Is what we're doing now going to make somebody great come through the door? Because I don't analyze college scouts. I listen to Joe. I listen to Zach. I listen to you. I listen to Uncle Freezy as it relates to these college kids coming into the NBA. And all of you keep saying the same thing. I never heard of Cade before, but I know Fade for Cade. I know Suck for Suggs. There's another dude. I'm only hearing this name. I only got excited about Obi because every other Knicks fan in America was screaming when we drafted Obi at 8.
Right.
I don't want to keep taking the 8th pick, and then y'all tell me, well, Knox needs 10 years.
You're right.
He needs 20 years at this point.
Ntilikina, if we played the triangle, then he probably could be good. But at the end of the day, he's probably just going to be a great fashion model.
So what do you want to do? What do you want? It's my question.
So dog, he's basically saying when you get in your 50s, dog, when you get in your 50s, you double parked. You know what I'm saying? When you get in your 50s, you gotta pee. You know what I'm saying? You got a pot of beans on the stove. Whatever saying old people say to hurry up, that's what we want to do.
So do you want to hurry up? Okay, and the way to hurry up is to get that high draft pick and pick that right guy. So I'm hoping that if we stay 500 in another month, that we find a way to play more youth. I don't need to see the word tank. I don't ever need to, and it's not allowed on this show.
Right.
Just give the youth 30 minutes a game, and guess what's going to happen? We'll lose games. Joe corrected me.
We want to lose games, right?
Joe corrected.
That's what I want to listen to. See, that's the thing. Like, that's my thing. Like, people want to lose games, and I can't look. Me as a person, I want to win games, and people want to lose games. I can't make you want to win games. Like, that's my whole thing. It's like, I'm starting to understand.
For the record, I've never said tank. I've never been. Where do you keep getting that from?
Yeah, you don't have to tank.
All you
gotta do is take your young players and work to develop them. Young players will lose games, Ralph. And guess what? Then people start saying,
no problem. So I'm not mad at that.
How am I only pro young players if I'm a pro Randall? What?
Okay, go ahead, Zach. Go ahead.
Make some sense, Ralph. You're trying to say I want to tank. Like I've never.
I'm not saying tank. I said you want to lose games. What you want to
When do I want to lose games?
Yeah, but Ralph, you're being too simple. You're being too simple, Ralph.
You're saying I want to lose games. I've never once said that.
Way. There's a way to finesse the term and not do what the Philadelphia 76ers do. You have four or five great young players. You see, Ralph? But you're speaking. I promise I don't.
I'm sorry.
I promise I don't do that because I learned to be a better listener than I am. So I'm gonna let you go. Go ahead, get your thing out.
No, Gia, please. Oh man, he's on the phone.
But Ralph, seriously, I got homework for you. Look up every single channel I've been on and see if I ever once said I want to lose games or tank. I've never said that.
Zach, I'm not talking to you. It was to GI. Zach.
But you said my name. You've said my name multiple times about me wanting to tank. I can go get receipts of you saying that. Makes sense when you talk.
You said his name like 3 or 4 times.
Not just this show. Other shows you say, Zach, you're pro tank. I don't know why.
Let me go back to it. So then let me go back to it, Zach.
It makes no sense.
Let me go back to it because I feel right, Zach. If you want to, I feel a lot of fans don't want to tank, but they don't necessarily want to win games. It's my opinion. I'm starting to get that opinion from a lot of people that I want to win games. I don't know too many people that want to win games and want to go to see this team go to a playoff.
So since they don't agree with you that they want to lose games, they don't agree with
Zach, hold on, Zach, let me do it more. It's a morning show.
Please, GI, educate this.
It's a highly intellectual morning show as well. Freezy, thank you for this platform. So, Ralph, you want to win games, correct? And I don't know a fan that doesn't. And I think that's where you feel the pushback, right? But answer me a question. How many games can the roster, as currently constructed, win? Because I don't think you're listening. If you're listening to me, then I think me and you will be on the same page. How many games, as currently constructed, can this team win? And you've seen enough. You've seen a quarter of the season.
I feel like so far, it's looking like a little less than a 500 team. And if they make a trade, they could possibly be a 500 team. That's what I sense.
Okay, so basically, your way of not losing is to make a trade. So and technically, you have the same argument you've been having for the last 4 times I've been on panels with you. You want to make a trade now, and it's almost to the point where it's frustrating you. Is that correct?
Right. If I want to make a trade, it's to help the team win games this season. I don't care about the tank. I mean, I don't care about the draft. I don't care. I don't talk about the draft. Go ahead.
I get it. But the point being is, you can't trade by yourself. I know you're God of Moses and Elijah. I know you're a powerful.
But you ain't moving mountains like that, though.
But you can't trade by yourself. So at the end of the day, that's where I tell you I'm 50 years old. I tend to deal with reality of matters I've never played any of the PS 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5s. I've never been into that. So I don't know how to get on NBA 2000 like my kids. And I went over the other day. My kid had Michael Jordan. He had Michael Jordan, Patrick Ewing, LeBron James. He had all of them on the same team. Right. I said, well, that's not fair.
Right.
I can't do that. Go ahead. So go ahead.
My point with that is, right, I know that we have a salary cap. I know we got $17 million available, right? So I, as a fan who wants to win this season, am looking forward to Leon Rose making a move to win this game. But when I feel, right, that when I listen to a lot of other people.
No. Let's not get into other people.
Okay. When I'm listening to you, right?
No, but me and you. You and I are debating this, not other people.
Me and you.
He only bring up other people. That's what he does.
Not other people.
Me and you right now.
Yeah, because I have the same mindset of the people that's frustrated.
Right.
But you cannot trade unless one becomes available. And this is the point a lot of fans are missing because we're like a child on Christmas. We only run to the gifts that we want. All the little stocking stuffers and the T-shirt. Listen, because you don't only want to trade. You want to trade for a player that's going to make you better now. And if he doesn't, you want to return that player to sender.
I made trade talks for Derrick Rose, Jordan Clarkson. You don't have to be Bradley Beal. I'm not talking that Bradley Beal. That's not me. So I don't want to blow up the team. Let me make this clear so that we're talking to me, right? So you want to, just like I'm talking to you, you're talking to me. I want to make a small trade, and if he has a big contract, because we got the cap, I want to take advantage of the situation. We got cap space. We got 2 first-round picks in the first round this year. We got 2 second-round picks this year. I would use one to get, if I can trade DSJ in the first, or Frank in the first, or both of them in the first, so I can land me somebody. I would do
it. Boy.
He got his damn computer back too. He couldn't wait. Yo, he probably just opened it out the pack. Ralph, let me hear you. First of all, we're gonna have to debate because I hear you.
I don't get it back. I don't get it back.
Oh, this is your phone.
Yeah, on the
Good.
phone, yeah.
You're not that powerful on the phone. Good. I like that. You don't have your superpower.
Salute, Chuck.
So Ralph, you're saying you'd use right now a first-round draft pick to go for Derrick Rose. But you do understand that you have to re-sign Derrick Rose. Because why would you use assets for a player that's going to be with you for 2 more months and then walk out the door? Right. So I'm going to challenge you, Ralph. Since you have positions and strong positions, I'm going to spend time with you this morning debating on why some of your positions to do something. You can do something and do something wrong, and it costs you a long time.
Right.
And remember, Ralph, I don't have time. So anybody playing with my time, they playing with my heart, they playing with my emotions. You got a problem with me, Ralph.
Right.
You. I'm okay with that, man.
Right. It don't make sense to trade a 2021 first round pick for Derrick Rose when
you want to tank, Freezy.
That 2021 first round pick, you can have them under control for 5 years. Once you draft them, you traded for Derrick Rose. You're talking about Derrick Rose for 3 months tops, and he out the door. Now Derrick Rose is gone, and the draft pick is gone.
I don't want to draft 4 players in next year's draft. My personal opinion, right? I don't. I want to get somebody good now to help the team win. So me, right? So you guys, okay, fine. Look, that's okay. You don't want to use your 2021 pick. That's fine. That's your.
No.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Be specific, Ralph. You got no. Come on now. You're gonna be intellectual this morning.
Okay. Well, me personally, I want somebody that's gonna help the team win now. So I don't want to draft 4 players this year. I want to draft at most maybe 2, maybe 3. That's about it. I want to use one of the picks.
I get it. That's changed, but you're moving the goalposts now. You're moving the goalposts.
How did I move the goalposts?
Because you went from wanting a player now, and where I put the God of Elijah and Moses, the most powerful man name on the internet, I am saying to you, tell me what you can do now that has you this frustrated that you want to keep having the same conversation in 4 direct podcasts that we would have had?
Right.
I feel like, how do I say that? I don't know. I want to win games. What do you mean? What?
We all want to win games, Ralph. I want to hug you. I want to hug you, Paul. Because I want to win games too.
I want to win. I want to make a trade to win games.
Being a fan since '83, I've learned to be realistic, and I have to deal with the hand that I'm dealt. I can't do what my son has done and put Michael Jordan, Patrick Ewing, LeBron James, and Kobe Bryant all on the same team. He'll never lose. I say, why you want to play that game? You'll never lose.
What?
Right.
I don't understand the question.
So here's my question to you, so that we can kind of trim away some of the fat on your question. First of all, when you said I want to win, you have to be specific in what you're looking to win, right? You said you want to win games, right? Are you looking to win a championship? Are you looking to make a deep playoff run? Are you looking to get the kids experience winning? All these things are winning to varying degrees. And so when you say that, you don't want to mortgage the future for short-term gains. Like, you don't want to say mortgage your future just so your team can go win a few games and you still miss the playoffs, and now you miss the playoffs and don't have that draft pick and that player is gone. That makes no sense on no level. Right. But then if you aspire to something greater, something bigger, say if you aspire to a championship, trading for one guy is not going to get you there. So now not only are you trading for one guy and mortgaging your future, you have to trade for multiple guys that may require you trading young players and assets and draft picks to win a championship. And then when you do that, it's still not guaranteed, and all those assets are gone. So when you say you want to win, you have to be specific. Like, hey, Uncle Freezy, I want to try to make the playoffs this year. Okay, that's a reasonable goal, right? So let's see what we can do to do that. Or if you say, I want to win a championship, I'm gonna say, Raphael, that's not realistic right now. That's unrealistic. Why trade away all of our assets to try to win a championship? Try to build a team from scratch in season to win a championship. No team does that, because that's being irresponsible with your resources, right? So now, but if you say, hey, I just want to win from game to game, then you may not need to make a trade. You may need to make roster adjustments, like shuffle roles and things like that, to win from game to game. You know what I'm saying? So that's why when you ask the question, when you say I want to win, I understand what you're saying, in theory, but it's varying degrees. Like, you can't just say that and then ask somebody to answer a question that you have, and then have them answer in an all-encompassing way and get frustrated when their answer doesn't line up with what you were already thinking.
Freezy, that's why I'm not pro Bradley Beal like that. Like if he's there, I would say yeah. I don't want to use all our resources on the player. I think that to me is too risky, right? For me personally, that's just my opinion. You may not agree with me. Maybe you guys think I'm crazy, and that's fair. I want to keep draft picks, right? I want to keep I don't want to have draft 4 players. Like, I'm not going to draft 4 players next. I don't want to do it. Now, if you do, that's cool. I don't know what you.
No, I don't want to either. But
I'm going to give it to you real quick, Gi. I'm going to give it to you real quick. I'm not a Bradley Beal, right, guy? Or I want to draft 4 players next draft. I want to use one, and I want to get a Jordan Clarkson or Derrick Rose and make an improvement on our point guard. And I feel stuff like that is too complex for people who want to either trade for Bradley Beal or either they want to tank the whole season. I feel like it's too complex. That's what I feel. Like,
okay, you made your point. Your point. You
the Lakers for Dennis Schroeder, and it's going to cost me a first-round pick. How would you do it? But I think to you guys, I feel like you're going to tell me is, why would you do that?
No, we're not saying why would you do that. And I keep specifically saying, Ralph, and in fairness, Primo is saying we're beating up on you. Primo, we're not. But in order to get to a take, we want to put the pin in it and see where we agree to disagree or agree.
I just want to go to
let me let you go. I'm paying enough to let you finish it because I'm trying to respond to what you say. I'm not trying to change the conversation. I'm trying to respond to specifically what your last statement was. That's how That's how I debate. And what you said is not true. I can't speak for other panels you go on. I can only speak when I have been with you the last 4 and you keep bringing this topic up. We all want to do what you want to do. The problem is the other team needs to want to do it too. So Knicks fans are picking up. Go ahead. Oh, I'm sorry. Background noise, Kev. Needs to want to do it. So one fans.
Hey, somebody got the replay plan?
Kev, go on mute. Kev, go on mute. You got background noise. Thank you. We want to do what you want to do, but we want to do it realistically, and we got to wait for it to happen. So we're not saying we want to lose, and I would love to do Bradley Beal because I'm with you. I don't want to draft all of those players and then have to hopefully pray that one becomes Bradley Beal. Somebody's got a lot of background noise.
Hold it, that's me. Hold on.
Yeah. I can't go on mute for a second anyway.
Cornerstone.
So I want to do what you want to do. I want to take Bradley Beal because you're saying one thing. You're saying you want to get better now, but you don't want to draft 4 players. Well, in order to not draft the players, and then this last one is I'm going to steal this take from Joe Maiden. I don't think the plan is to draft all those players. But in order to move up in the draft and get into the top 5, if you're at 10, you better be able to go to the top 5 guy and say, I got a blah, blah, blah for you, and I got 4 other picks. Since you've been picking first for the last 10 years, is why you want to keep picking first. You obviously need more than one player. You need multiple players. So I don't think the intent is to ever draft all those players. Joe Maiden has taught me. See, I listen to people. That's what I think we're asking you to do. Listen to us. We're not. Joe Maiden is saying you need all those players to be able to get up to the stars. And I think if you hear us, Ralph, I love you, brother. I'm telling you, we are not that far off the plan than you are.
Let me announce the super chat. So CS Hoop says, "That's not how Knicks fans been waiting for this. Thank you. You're welcome."
Real quick, Ralph. Too, we got to also like what GI said just made a lot of sense. Well, let's say we trade a first-round pick for Derrick Rose or whoever, player X, right? Let's not even put a name there. And they're an expiring contract, and it ends after this year. We don't re-sign them. They don't want to be here. Then we go to talk to team Y that has the number 1 pick, and they say, "Oh man, if you just had that 1 draft pick, you traded away, we'd do it, but you don't have it." You know how stupid. You know how quick Leon Rose would be fired. Do you know how fast he'd be going? Like there's a plan in place, and just it might not be your plan, but don't think everybody else is stupid and you're the smart one just because they don't go by your plan. Let's see what the plan plays out because none of us are getting paid by the Knicks to make decisions. They are. Mm-hmm. So let it happen and see what happens.
Hey, I'm gonna just throw this out there. I'm gonna throw this out there. So when we play Cleveland tonight, and Colin Sexton or Darius Garland is lighting us up, I am starting the "We Want Frank" chat loud and proud.
Woo!
I'm serious.
Bench not start Frank.
We want Frank. We want Frank. No, we ain't Kev. We not about to do. We're not about to do this Franca stuff. What I'm saying is, it only makes sense. No, we're not doing the Franca stuff.
No. We can't talk about Frank, a guy that averaged 0, 0, and 0 this year.
Hey Joe.
I just came on.
Question for you, Joe.
Yeah.
Question for you, Joe.
Hold on, Zach, because this is just this funny part. It's not. I'm not taking. You got it. Yo, with the way he set Kevin W up last night, Uncle Freezy. Oh, it was me. It was classic.
I was at work. I was trying to put sealant on a vehicle, Freezy, and I was laughing so hard I couldn't do a straight line.
Yo, they were killing Barrett.
You had me laughing so hard.
He let it go for an hour. And then he said, "All right, guys, hold on. I got a question. Hey, Kevin W., How do we get Knox to improve this year? Oh my God!
Man, KW went off the deep end. And what I asked Kev, and this is a legitimate question. What is Kevin Knox's baseline right now? And do we scrap the previous 2 years of his development and say he's starting over right now? I asked Kev that, and Kev went off. And Kev was, what about Reggie Bullock?
What about Frank Ntilikina? What can Kevin Knox do?
It was the biggest. No disrespect, Kev W, because you a champ on this platform. I love you, brother. I say this with all respect, but you threw the biggest hissy fit I have ever seen on the internet. Hey Keith, OG, he turned his camera off.
I gotta look at that. After this.
I appreciate that though. I appreciate that. That says a lot without saying a word. Like, I dig that. Like, you know what? Forget y'all.
So where this came from was
hey, sometimes you got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them, know when to walk away and know when to run.
Right. Because my man get like that about Elfrid Payton. Like for real. Y'all know how a lot of us feel about Elfrid Payton. If Elfrid Payton,
he loves Elfrid Payton.
You ain't defending no Elfrid Payton.
I defended Moutier.
Hey, Ralph. Hell yeah.
We ain't about to. Okay, so here's the thing. The thing with me and Elfrid Payton, and I just want to make it clear because I'm not trying to be divisive. I want to bring us together by having y'all know what my stance is. If Elfrid Payton missed the bus to the game, I would be excited. because I don't think he was gonna bring nothing to the game anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because Elfrid Payton frustrates me. Elfrid Payton frustrates me because he is the one player that does have talent, but won't use it.
Yep.
And then we have other guys that don't have talent and try to do too much and look weird doing it. You know,
with their hand up their butt.
Yeah. Like Kevin Knox, why are you in the way of an Obi Toppin alley-oop? Why are you just standing here with your hand up your butt? You know what I'm saying? Come on, Kevin Knox. And so the thing with Elfrid Payton is Elfrid Payton has a tattoo on his arm that says Flash. But you rarely see him go fast. Dude,
if you look closely, you're supposed to say false. The tattoo guy spelled it wrong.
Okay. I got you.
Yo, is this kick players in the back day? Like,
no.
What you want? Participation trophies for everybody?
Are we going down the list?
Idea. Let's win every game.
Oh man, it's slick. It's slick.
Are we going down the list?
We'll give Kevin
Somebody make it make sense. I don't know.
It's not
Are we going down the list?
No.
Who's next?
No, it's not dog. It's not a murdergram. It's not
it
definitely is.
What I'm saying is in my frustration, I'll point out my clear points of contention. Right? that way when you start talking about these things, there are you have no.
I'll check the back chat.
Yeah. So there is no like hidden agenda about how I feel. I want more out of Elfrid Payton.
Absolutely.
And I feel like I don't get enough of Elfrid Payton, and it's not a lack of talent. It's a one thing.
Uncle Freeze.
I've had enough Elfrid Payton.
Uncle Freeze, he's consistently inconsistent. He is consistently inconsistent.
By design. By design, but not by effort.
Wait, he's inconsistent by design. He wants to be inconsistent?
Yes.
Yes. No hesitation.
Free keeping your way. Let's give
everybody
He gonna stay that strong and firm. We got.
Let's make up.
Like if that's gonna be the, I can't argue.
Let's make up participation trophies.
Like he wants to be.
We'll give Kevin Knox the best butt wiper award. We'll give Elfrid Payton the fastest pace award.
Right.
There's ones that don't make sense. Let's do it. Let's give everybody credit.
But Keith, so the thing is, you can't dispute the fact that Elfrid Payton won't push the pace. Right?
I'm just tired of him.
You can't dispute the fact. You can't dispute the fact that he doesn't go to the rim as often as we'd like. You know what I'm saying?
No, he goes
$1 million move, 10-cent finish.
He should be going.
But I hear fans saying that he goes to the rim too much. Like,
for a guy who can't make a layup.
Which one is it? Like,
too much. He's going like, I'm sick of this 3 for 10.
This is the fan. Okay,
I'll be honest. Elfrid Payton's player usage. Oh my goodness, his top 3 on the Knicks. The problem is his player efficiency is bottom 6 on the Knicks.
On the Knicks, right?
Every time he tries to Every time he tries to do that teardrop or whatever it's called, he's always coming up short. It's always hitting like the front of the rim, and that's it.
Yo, they changed the rims at halftime. He dents him so much, takes the paint off.
Yeah, you know.
That's the most famous arena. Show some respect.
Hey, I'm just tired of him playing with my emotions. That's what it is. He plays with my emotions too much. You think that he's gonna be here and then he down here. You know what I'm saying?
He suffers from the same thing that the Knicks in general offensively suffer from, and it's inconsistency. Like we could argue it by degrees, we could argue it by like who's more inconsistent, but like that's the general issue. Like we can't get like 90%. We can't get 90 to 95% of these guys offensively almost on any given night.
Well, the only two that are giving you the offensive production is Randall and RJ.
Consistency is actually the evidence of improvement.
Right.
It's not the flashes. Right. How long can you maintain it?
Right. What you say, G.I.?
I thought they used to give a guy a 1 year. I thought guys used to take 1 year deals for the low and play their and have their career seasons. How come we have 3 guys? We have Elf, Bullocks, and Burks on 1 year deals.
Noel.
I thought all 3 of them together would come to be at least a legit player that we can depend on.
Oh wait, we hate Burks now. Burks went
Hold
on. Burks went from being a fan favorite. What you got? So this is we hate Burks now. I just want to. We think that Burks is underwhelming now. I just want to make sure I understand where we are.
You know what, Keith?
He came back down to earth where we thought
at any given moment with these players.
I'm gonna say
a week ago. We was all waiting for Burks to come
stay in the camera,
and like we couldn't wait because it was so good.
Hey, Keith, I'll just say that he's in a slump right now. It's been 3 games he's back.
That's what I feel. I feel like Burks is a quality player. He showed he's a quality player. He's obviously slumping. Like it's not like he's bad. He turned into a bad player. It's a slump. Like these guys,
So
RJ started the season off with his sophomore slump, and he worked his way out of it.
In fairness to my take, though, hold on. In fairness, because I'm the one who threw this out there. In fairness to my take, I don't pull all the pressure on Burke, and my take is we got Elf, Bullock, Burks, and Rivers.
Noel.
And you know what? Noel's been doing, but he's been playing D.
As of late.
Just to make your point, there's a lot of 1 year guys.
But those 4 guys, I need them every night.
Yeah.
So, like I said,
and when we lose, the 4 of them take a nap. Some been hurt, so I don't need you hurt. So that's a negative, or they just don't show up, and that is the problem. Those are the guys supposed to carry me in the 4th quarter, not trying to put it on RJ's head.
So, like I said, Elf's issue is indicative of a greater issue of inconsistency. It's all by degrees, though. Like this person might be more inconsistent than this person, but our biggest problem is offensive inconsistency. Up and down the roster. Up and down. You're speaking from the stand. I understand what you're saying. Like, yeah, like they are 1 year guys. They should be better. Because they're fighting for contracts. But then I can say something about the young guys. Like, oh, you were young guys fighting for Riasa space. Why aren't you more consistent? Or I can say something. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like those are the excuses for it. But the fact is that it is all up and down the roster.
Right.
No,
No,
my
I
only
agree. But so what I want to do, I want to
We
jump
got
in.
no go-to, like, hey, besides Randall, give it to the person like, yo, go and score, and like definite that they can score. We got nobody like that.
But Keith, but here's the thing, and I'm gonna let G.I. get back into it, but I just want to say this real quick. But a shooting slump shouldn't make you a slumping basketball player. Just because the ball doesn't go in the rim doesn't mean other parts of your game should be slumping also. You know what I'm saying? And so that's where the both of us kind of agree, and kind of it seems like we disagree, but we don't. The thing is, what GI is saying is, I totally agree, and I think that's one of the smartest things I heard probably about a week and a half or so.
I ain't say nothing smart.
No,
Kev,
saying Frank Ntilikina is an all-star is not smart.
Stay in the corner store, Kev.
Frank Ntilikina is not an all-star. No.
Stay in the corner.
But
time out. 10 minutes in the corner.
Right. So what Free Keith is saying is right. Like it was all good just to quote a rap song, right? When Rivers went for 25, we was like, yo, this Rivers dude is something. And then he scored 6, and we were like, this Rivers dude ain't nothing.
Oh, he tried him off.
Right. And so, but the thing is, like what GI is saying is we're looking at the overall production from these guys that are on 1-year deals, and they're veterans. So we expect them to bring more, not just shooting. You know what I'm saying? We need key rebounds in certain situations. We didn't get that against the Utah Jazz. The Utah Jazz, their small guards, Mike Conley and Donovan Mitchell, out-rebounded some of our bigs. You know what I'm saying? Some of our veteran guys. So when they're slumping, when our guys are slumping, like Alec Burks was in that game, and Emmanuel Quickly, who's a rookie, those guys wasn't shooting the ball well. How about pick your game up in other areas?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's why it sounded like I didn't agree with Free Keith, but I actually did. You know what I'm saying? And I also agree with the ghetto intellect when he says, you sign these guys, they bring a certain level of professionalism and experience to the table. They're on those 1-year deals, on those 1-year prove-it deals. You expect them to at least be consistent as basketball players, even though you can't always be consistent as a shooter.
And if I can add, I'm giving them another month of being inconsistent.
What is your inconsistency?
Oh
what you're talking about? Because I was purely mentioning offensively.
I'm giving them one more month of being
now wait, Freezy.
I mean, finish. Hold on.
That's not what Freezy said, though. That's why I just want to make the distinction, because you're talking offensively.
Offensively, because what we need, why we've lost games so far is getting buckets. We're the number 1 defensive team in the league, so we can't get better defensively. Offensively is what we need consistency for, and we will win if we can get over 103 points a game, 104. So my last point is, I'm giving these guys another month to be consistent, and then I'm putting them behind these young guys, and I'm turning to development immediately. Now, you want to call development tanking? Call it what you want. No. I promise you march 5 or 6 young guys out there for 30 minutes a game. We're going to lose 90% of those games. And then you could talk to me about Cade, Suggs, and all these other guys. God bless.
Hey, real quick. I'm gonna jump off the screen because there's a lot of people up here with opinions and stuff, and I'm gonna jump off the screen and get out the way. But I'm in the background. So for those that are watching, if y'all have some comments for me. Oh, there go Ron. Hey, Ron, I'm gonna put the link in the chat, man. Come on, Ron Cleveland.
Yeah, come on, Ron. Come on. Hey, Gia, let me ask a question real quick. So are you saying that even if we're in a playoff, you said you're giving them a month, right? That's what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
Okay. If we're in the middle of a playoff push, are you still going to go back to what you're saying of not giving them of keeping the young guys in there?
If we're in the middle of a playoff push, then we're going to win 65 to 70% of the games of the next month. Don't talk to me about some 3 games under 500
right.
Okay. The playoff push. I don't want to hear that.
So you want us to be like 3 or 4 games over 500.
That's a playoff push to me.
Okay. All right.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
Hey Joe, where Freezy said about Frank, and you got mad. The reason that came up because we were talking the other day, and I brought up all Kevin Knox does is shoot in the corner. He plays no good defense. You can't tell me that Frank Ntilikina won't stop more threes in the league than Kevin Knox. And he can shoot the corner three like Kevin Knox. You can't tell me Frank would stop more people on defense than Kevin Knox would. He's 6'6", and he can guard more threes than Kevin Knox can. So why not give him his minutes?
I want to be
We
honest.
want Frank.
I want
We
both.
want Frank.
I want both of them gone. But what I wanted to jump in.
Hey, Ron, I ain't said a word, man.
Hey, Ron, you look different without that Knicks hat on, big bro.
Let Joe get it. Let Joe get his shit off. Let Joe. Oh my goodness.
Go ahead, Joe. Go ahead, Joe.
Off and then.
Yeah. What was I saying about when we're talking about inconsistency with this team? Is like we don't have that go-to guy with scoring, and we need to figure out what the plan is, because you don't want to be sitting in the middle of the pack because you won't make the playoffs and you won't get a high draft pick. So you need to figure out what you're doing. I don't want, if we make the playoffs, say the 8th or 9th seed of that play-in tournament with the vets that aren't going to be here, like when you're thinking about Bullock, Payton, them guys, I don't want that, because you're ruining up a draft pick and you're playing with guys that aren't in the future. I want to see our young guys play, and if we get to the playoffs with the young guys, I'm happy. But if we lose, I'm still happy because I'm seeing development.
Right.
That's why
the young guys can be just as inconsistent.
And guys,
yeah, but that's what
what I'm saying. So what's the point?
I'd rather the young guys inconsistent than the vets.
You're right.
The young guys are worried. The vets should be. They're here longer. These young guys need development and they need time.
Sure to be a pro.
And guys, I'm new to this podcasting thing. I just want to let's let this opportunity for this dude, the who has become my big bro of the situation.
Oh, absolutely.
Man.
There's that bad dude. He's that dude. Ron is that dude. And he knows it too.
And look, I'm learning. If you have not liked or subscribed to his podcast, what are you waiting for? He'll let you hit the link. He'll let you talk if you want to talk. Just get up there and have something to say.
Wash your hands.
Keep it clean.
Keep it clean.
Wash your hands before you come to the dinner table. You heard me?
In the background. Even though that virtual food don't fill my soul. Hey man, you want to jump in here, Ron? Good morning, my brother.
Man.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Lawrence tells the family, you heard me. The morning drive, time to get that dinner plate later on. But hey, we getting that breakfast food right now. You heard me.
My dinner time, Ron. I get dinner.
I hope they're not even eating. I want them super hungry. I want them super hungry, like starving animals by game time.
And free we getting some of that Chuck Wagon breakfast this morning. You heard me?
All right.
That bacon.
Yes, sir.
Somebody got to make me a steak. It's my dinner time.
You heard me?
Steak and eggs.
Some of that stuff they're gonna stick to you.
No, this is my dinner time. I work night shift.
For winter.
Oh, you work night
tomorrow.
Hey, don't worry, Uncle Chop.
I still need Chop to bring me my food.
Had that barbecue for you, heard me?
Yes, sir.
Grill, you heard me?
Yes, sir.
Shout out to my man, Ghetto Intellect, my man, Ralphie. You know who you are, man. Cornerstone Carefree Keith. Hey, Joe Madden, not to be confused with John Madden, you heard me?
What's good, bro?
And to the captain of this thing, my man, Big Uncle Freezer, you heard me? Don't play with him, you heard me? We're going to put you in the sleeper hole.
Did it happen yet? Did it happen
yet? You know what I mean? So, hey, let's get into it, man. Hey, I hear a lot of talk this morning, man. Don't throw in the towel yet.
Ron, didn't it happen yet?
Wait, Cat's throwing in the
towel. More important stuff. Are you a grandpa yet, Pappy?
Oh, well, hey, just to let y'all know, man, a little Noah, a little false alarm, but hey, the doc said it could be another month or it could be 2 weeks.
Prayers for your daughter, prayers for Noah.
That's a blessing,
prayers
man.
for the family, man. Hope he's
Yeah,
healthy.
And he trying to be like his grandpa. You know, grandpa came 2 months early. You know what I mean? I'm still here standing. They thought I was going to check out when I was a baby. But hey, nah,
Hey, Ron,
that ain't happening.
His first word's going to be, man.
Ron, I just want to be the godfather. That's all. I just want to be the godfather.
I'm
You know what
Uncle Coach. I'm Uncle Zach.
Hey, Cornerstone, as long as you don't bring no brown paper bag, you heard me? You know what I mean? It's calling you Cornerstone for a reason, you heard me? Hey, fellas, man, I'm gonna tell you. So what's the point of contentiousness? What y'all debating right now? Because I came in on the tail end. I heard my man G.I. say about running them young players. So automatically I started assuming you want to throw the towel in on the season. So hey,
no, let me set the table for you. Let me set the table for you.
About where we're at.
So Ralph is.
If anybody disagrees with Ralph,
adamant about making a trade today. Let's get better ASAP. And I'm just trying to let him know that I just ran him through if you're a 50-year-old man, you got less chance to see a championship than you did when you were 25, right? So we want to see proper development. We don't want to see no rash moves, and that we got to trust in management. And Ralph is saying, no, every fan, they just want to tank. They just want these draft picks.
Every fan, the organization's wrong. Everybody's wrong.
Trade now to get the team better. And I was on your podcast the other day. We ran down 10 trade scenarios, and there wasn't for them. So I'm just trying to get Ralph. We just been giving Ralph a hug this morning, letting him know we understand his frustration.
All right. So
Chop,
Ralph,
what you think?
So Ralph, I tell you like this. What I think.
Ron, I agree with you more than you think. You don't even have to explain to me.
Hey, I want you to hear me out, Ralph. Hey, don't assume I'm going against you, because I'm with you in a way, and then in a way I'm not. And when I say that, I am for making a trade, because this team is going to continue this roller coaster of being right around 500. And if we don't address that, we're just going to be a 500 team that's going to be about middle of the pack. That's going to hurt your draft status. So why are you sitting there just playing around? I'm a proponent for making a trade. Now, the only thing, I don't want to gut the house. You know what I mean? Ain't no need to build a house if you ain't got no furniture in it. You know what I mean? So hey, we don't gut the house. And out of all the players I was looking at, you know what I mean? And so far as the young players, their time gonna come. For some of them, it's gonna be elsewhere.
And that's, I like how you say
that. For some of them, it's gonna be elsewhere.
Boy, Peyton.
But the thing is, right now, man, we do need to make a trade. You know, out of all them guys we talked about on my show, the one player that, you know, everybody can agree would be a great fit, but it's gonna cost you the most, is Bradley Beal. But
no, not ready.
But the thing is, if I'm not going with Bradley Beal for that same reason what I'm talking about, but gutting the house, I'm going to Zach LaVine.
Yeah, cheaper
deal.
It's
not gonna cost as much, and we're gonna get better. Not only that, the guy has played for Tibbs, so he knows the system. And go get us a point guard. That's number one. Once we get a point guard, a starting point guard, then we can have Quickly in the role that he's most suited for, because the guy loves to score. And if he pans out to be the point guard of the future, let it happen. But right now, for this team to move, we got to find us a starting point guard. In the front office, no. That's why you hear names being thrown out there, Derrick Rose and others. You know what I mean? They know we cannot win effectively with this starting point guard, this roller coaster called Alfred Payton. He's a roller coaster conductor. That's what I'm gonna call him.
But that's what you say, Ron, is he when he was with the Phoenix Suns, he drove them to the first overall pick. When he was with the Pelicans, he drove them to the first overall pick. Now with the Knicks, can he drive us to the number one pick?
It's very
that's the facts. Every team started first got the number one pick.
They were a lottery team before he got there.
Life's unfair, Keith.
That's unfair. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's like at least be correct in your hate. Like, it takes 15 guys to lose a season.
True.
Stop putting it on one person. If I come into a bad situation, they were already lottery teams before he got there. If I get near the playoffs, or I get drafted to a lottery team, unless I'm Jordan, they're probably gonna be lottery teams. Like you got to have a team around certain guys. Nobody ever said that Alfred is a one man can change a situation player. He's not.
He's a solid,
Chop,
he's
what you think? Let's let Chop rock.
He's not a solid backup either. He's a third choice.
Oh no,
that sounds like the same. That sounds like the same.
He is a solid backup. That's what he is. He's a backup point guard. But on this team, he's thrust in the role as a starter.
I'm telling you, I'm like, if the Knicks didn't give him a contract, he'd be in China or Europe. No one was paying him. That's why he came back.
Why did they allow a no trade clause, you think?
Because they know nobody wants to trade for him. What?
No,
I think
no,
it's
because they wanted to sign him for the low, and there were probably higher offers that he was entertaining. There was no other reason. No other reason to give him a no trade.
No, it's the CBA rule.
Yeah, it's the CBA
rule. Can we stop going on about rotating bums?
Hey,
why would you give him a no trade?
On that free kick for you?
Because
you know
Keith, you had on his contract the CBA rule. CBA rule is if you have a guy in a contract, you waive
one at a
him.
time, boys.
Oh, sorry.
You know what? You know why they signed him to a no trade clause? I believe it's because I think that was a prerequisite on his point for him to sign. You just cut me, and now I'm coming. You want me to come back to you? Only way I'm signing back to you, give me a no trade clause.
That's a possibility.
On the 1 year deal.
No, it's a CBA rule. It's with the CBA. If you waive a guy and you re-sign a contract, it's an automatic no trade clause.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, so even better. So like that. So he had nothing to do with that.
So you know that.
No, it was just automatic.
So he had nothing. But they wanted him back.
That's what that tell you. If they were willing to give him a no trade clause, they saw where he.
And when Tibbs said earlier in the season in one of his interviews that he actually had like input on all player acquisitions. So that means Tibbs wanted him back.
Yeah, what choice did he have?
What he had
part of the choice?
He had a ton of choices.
What?
He had a ton of choices across the league. What do you mean?
Name him.
You have to name him, Keith.
Hey, but I got one more thing to say, man. Can we please stop this draft talk? We ain't even halfway through the season.
I would like to as well.
We talking drafts, and we right now in the AFC.
I would like to as well. I would like to.
About 2 weeks will be in the 12th seed.
You don't need to talk no draft, man. You need to be talking about what can we do to get to the playoffs. You know what the problem is? We so used to being sorry for so long that guys ain't accepting what they're seeing.
You're right.
You hit that right in the button. You hit that right in the button.
Don't stop.
Just as comfortable losing as Frank is.
Let him talk then.
Tell me this. What organization in this association sitting on the AFC they're talking about tanking?
But Camille, Ron,
that doesn't happen, man.
Catch was talking about tanking before the season started.
Ain't nobody talking about
before the season even started.
You got to keep talking to him.
Ain't nobody talking about that, man. I mean, that I'm gonna tell you like this: if you got that in your inclination, that's a sorry mentality to have, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because ain't none of these players in this association, not even on the worst team in the league, are playing for lottery. These guys are trying to get
Ralph,
to the playoffs,
let him go.
man. And we sitting here talking about lottery, and we in the 8th seed, and in the East that ain't that strong if you've been paying attention, other than the top 3 teams. Everybody else close. A couple wins, and you jumping up in the 5th seed. A couple wins.
We're 3 games behind the Bucks.
3 games behind the Bucks, and where the Bucks at?
3 games behind the Bucks.
And where the Bucks at
smashed them.
Go ahead, Ralph.
Right now, some people.
Here we go, bringing up other people again.
Happy that we are winning and prefer to be losing right now.
Ron, can you make one point without bringing up somebody else?
Hey, Joe,
can you make one point without doing that? Without
Joe has a
somebody
very
else?
important point to what Ron is saying, guys.
Make one point without clouding somebody else to make yourself seem smart. Make one point without doing that.
Jack, come on, Jack.
Hey, we ain't taking no personal attack on nobody.
Let Joe go.
I'm gonna make a point. I'm gonna make one point.
Go ahead.
Jack Force is very disrespectful with this 5 below 0 outside right now.
I ain't going out there.
I'm ready to fight somebody. I open my door and I really want to fight.
Right now?
Yes, in Brooklyn, New York is.
I'm sitting there like 50-something degree weather, man.
It's cool. Hey, Joe, you want to specifically speak to Ron's point? Can you jump in, please, before
I'm just saying to Ron's point, we're talking about the draft, but then when you look at it in a week, if we're sitting around that 9-10 spot, do you want to go into the win and go to the playoffs, the 9-10 spot veterans, and lose in the first round and ruin your draft stock?
First off, I'm
or do you want your young guys to get you there?
Y'all are not.
First off, I'm gonna address this way. If my daddy hit the lottery, I'm rich. So I don't like dealing in no ifs. You know what I mean? Ifs. I like to deal with what is. And what is the fact right now is we sitting at the A spot. You know what I mean? You address those things if it happens. And that's the only time I deal with it. If it happens.
But come on.
So in 2 weeks, what are you saying?
My thing is,
what organization's fan base celebrates being 8-11? Only the Knicks.
Hey, I tell you what, you know what it is?
Yeah,
Ain't
of
about
course.
celebrating. It's about accepting who you are. You are what your records say you are. We are not the worst team in the league. Those teams need to be worried about the draft. You understand? You understand me?
We would have to try hard to
Washington
be low enough in the lottery. We would have to try hard to be low enough in the lottery to get Suggs or Cade like people want.
And this ain't the NFL, fellas. This ain't the NFL. You still got to worry about that ball falling your way. You know what I mean? Ain't no guarantee with that.
And the numbers and the percentages is worse now. Like I just don't get this mentality.
They don't reward you for losing, and they should never have.
Aiming for
Free Keith, I don't get it either. Free Keith, I don't get it either.
Hey,
From before the season even started.
For a guy who might be a bust, let's not act like they're superstars coming out of the draft.
Exactly.
They might
Every
be
last one
busts.
of these guys are unproven exactly. They're unproven.
For me to call people out.
It'll be Kwame Brown.
You never know exactly. It's a draft. It's unproven. It's little guys that come out of that draft that go belly up, then take off.
Yo,
You know
we really as a fan base have PTSD, yo, and it's so very obvious in how we even mentally approach this thing.
Yeah.
What I said, Ralph, is you don't make a single point.
Before the season even started, Katz is talking about the
He asked me a question, G. I am answering it.
Oh, I didn't hear it.
He said what I said was you don't make a single point just saying what you think. You got to bring up everybody else and why they're stupid and you're smart. Make 1 point without doing that. One.
So you want me to call people out? You want me to say, yo, GM was a developmental tank, and you want me to call him out like stuff? Like,
No, I'm saying don't do it. Just say Ralph, think we should trade. This is why. Not Ralph, think we should trade because this guy's dumb. He doesn't know what he's talking about. This channel, that channel.
Well, look, even Free Keith.
A
lot of people are criticizing.
Hey, man, y'all need y'all breakfast plate, man. Breakfast plate.
I'm hungry, Ralph. I'm hungry, Ron.
Hold on.
Make me a steak.
Hold on. Free Keith just said a lot of people are criticizing Peyton wrongfully. Is he wrong for saying that? So
you do it every take. He does it once in a while. That's the difference.
What's up? What does it matter how many takes I said that? Like, what's this whole thing?
You won't. You'll never get it.
Hey, Joe, go ahead, Joe. Joe, you want to?
I gotta tell y'all this, man.
Joe, you had your finger up.
Because this thing really sticking in my craw this morning, man. We sitting here. When the last time? Somebody answered when the last time the Knicks went to the playoffs?
2013.
2013.
Too long ago.
Mellow and them, right? Yeah.
Almost a decade, right?
That's right.
We're talking almost a decade ago. These guys, these young players, see what you don't want to happen is young guys get used to losing.
Right.
Once that happens, they become losers.
Right.
You know what I mean? The sooner you get these young guys winning, the better. Case in point, look at how Boston did it. You know what I mean? Yeah, they built through the drafts, but they didn't try to stop them guys from winning so they could get high draft picks like what Philly was doing. You heard me?
Well, the Brooklyn
they played
Nets
every year trying to get there, and everything just fell right for them. The young guys developed. You know what I mean? But don't be trying to pull the plug on a season where we ain't even halfway in, and we sitting like 3.5 full. How many games? I think we was 4.5 games out of first place.
Yeah.
And Ralph, if I may, Ralph. My position was, and Ron shut me down because he doesn't want to have that conversation today. And that's where I'm saying you have to listen. I said a month from now. I didn't say today. I want us to go out and play with the team we have tonight. My position is specific. We're trying to win, relying on. We know what we have in RJ and Randall, and I pray we never get rid of those guys. I want to give Randall a contract and play this style of ball for a long time. And Zach, we could debate that.
No, I'm happy you said that. I'm relieved that
I want to play this brand of ball. It makes us the number one defensive team. If we can just get some shooters. Now, if we got to go every night looking for Elf to be a shooter, Bullock to be a shooter, Rivers to be a shooter, and Burks to be a shooter, and those 4 continue to let us down,
that's a problem.
then darn it, I don't want to keep relying on these 4 guys who don't have long tenures. I want us to, in a month to a month and a half, clear those young guys. Let's get some development and see where we fall out in the draft. Because the fact of the matter is, us winning is 100% relying on Elf, Burks, Bullock, and Rivers. Period. Right. That's what I said.
Again, like you said though, Ghetto. After a month from now, you want to play the youth, like Ron Cleveland said, and you want to do what you quote unquote you said. I think a lot of people heard you in the panel said, if it's a developmental tank or whatever kind of a developmental whatever thing, where it doesn't matter about wins or losses, that's what you would prefer. And you want to get yourself a Cade Cunningham or Jalen, whoever you like, it's fine.
But it's not today. It's not today. I'm not packing.
Ralph, if we're 20 games under 500 in a month, I mean,
I agree.
You're not going to try to make no playoffs. 20 games under 500 or whatever.
No, you're always going to try to make the playoffs.
If you're mathematically eliminated, you want to try to make the playoffs?
Hey, we're trying to get
smart.
Oh, yeah, no.
That's smart.
If you're
trying to
smart, what I'm saying. I don't want the players to ever think that. And you know why? Because that right there is the getting accustomed to losing that y'all want to avoid.
Listen, I don't know
if we're mathematically out of it. I need each player to think we can get into the playoffs.
Hey, in all honesty, I don't know about y'all. I don't know about y'all, but I'm trying to get
guys, keep an eye out for super chats and whatnot. You know, because Freezy ain't here.
Yeah.
Keep
I don't know about y'all, but I want to get Randall into the All-Star game. That's what I'm trying to do.
If he's not an All-Star, it's a crime. It's voter fraud.
That's what I'm trying to do.
I'm calling mail-in ballots everywhere.
I definitely probably voted for him at least 4 times already.
Yeah.
It's fraud. The system's flawed. I want a recount. I don't care. Get Georgia in here. Their votes were
you sound like Trump.
Hey, you heard me, bro?
Why do you think I was doing that, Joe? Really? You think I just did that out of? Oh, come on, Joe.
We got a big portion of wins. Like, I don't know if you guys have paid attention, but Vegas just changed our odds very quietly. They up our number of wins very quietly. Nobody said anything. But those things are actually pointers towards everybody else. But Knicks fans,
and you know who else?
Hold on. Everybody else but Knicks fans, like understanding what the Knicks are doing and seeing and believing what the Knicks are doing.
Vegas
We're the last ones to the party.
They want to bet more so they can win.
An article out a few days ago saying that they were talking about teams you buying getting to the playoffs, and they got the Knicks listed as a team they're buying to get to the playoffs.
And they got Randall as an all-star reserve, not a wild card, not a shoe-in, actual all-star.
That last game on Sunday was not supposed to be nationally aired.
Exactly.
They changed that midweek. Cats see that we're being good, but we don't see it.
Hey, some people don't see it, Keith. I definitely see it.
Yes, sir.
Some
I'll
people
give Randall an extension right now.
I'll give Randall an extension right now, and I would play through him.
30 for 3.
Nothing but shooters around.
I'm gonna keep it honest, Gi, because you're my guy, Gi. I gotta keep it 100 with you.
Let's do it.
A guy like RJ, a guy like Julius Randle, they ain't trying to hear none of that developmental talk like that. They're trying to win, man.
Say that again. Tell them.
And that's what
I say. But see, Ralph, where I feel disrespected by you, real talk. I got to talk to you like we on the block now. I never said RJ or Randall. I said the problem. No. I said the guys who are going to sit were Burks, Bullock, Elf, and Rivers. I never said RJ or Randall. So
say that.
So if you want to keep telling me in a month and a half that you want to hear us running out Elf, Burks, Bullock, or Rivers over some of these guys that need to get their value up, then me and you will have that discussion now. I'm not going to have that discussion with you today, Ken.
Another time.
But to say that,
talk about how you think I put some meat on the bone for you. I did not, but do you think?
So guys, if we remember,
my God here, man. Hey, y'all just got just enjoy what you have, man. Hey, and just trust the front office, man, that they're gonna do us in our best interest. That's the main thing, man. I ain't
right. And Uncle Ron, what did they say in the front office? I guess tonight is 20 games, right?
Yes, sir.
We're gonna reevaluate in 20 games. So let's see.
Fans don't listen. We've been so trained and accustomed to things that we can't really see when things are changing. Like this front office, like even the media reports that you get from these analysts, like oh, I heard like this, that, and like no direct contact from these cats at all. They run in their route. The route is looking successful.
Yeah.
The route is looking successful, and we the ones complaining.
Right. And Ralph, what you said made a lot of sense about Randall and RJ not wanting people, not wanting to maybe focus on losing and develop players. That's correct. But you can't tell me that they don't want their teammates to get better because they're dying for better teammates. They want the young ones to do better. They want the old guys to do better. They want development from veterans and young guys.
I'm gonna tell you,
nobody on any team want that.
Don't do that, Pedro.
I know that.
My boy Ralph came for my neck. I just defended myself.
To bring in some better.
That's development for Alfred Payton getting his butt up out of here, Ron.
That's what they're looking forward to, bringing in some more help. You know what I mean? Immediately,
You know
that's
what?
what they're looking forward to.
And get Randall some
Hey,
help,
I love
man.
you, Ralph.
That's it.
I'm here.
Did y'all imagine having this talk last year?
Talk.
Get Randall more help. He's
I'm
our
not-
future.
That's the only reason. That's the only reason.
Back another time. Whatever we spar, we could spar it out. We could come to my StreamYard. We could spar it out. So I don't know what mess he's talking. I don't know what he's standing on. I don't know if he wants to win this year. I don't know if he wants to tank. I don't know if it's developmental. You know what I'm saying? I know where I'm standing, and it's clear. Easy to
Who you calling out now?
When I don't know who you are,
Who you calling out
you're a lot
now?
of mess, and you telling me don't say this, don't say that, and I don't know what's your position. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? You can say
You
a lot
talking
of
to me?
stuff. I'm an easy target, but you know who
Are you talking to me right now?
you haven't shown me.
Why did he talk to you anytime, any place?
He's talking to you. He's talking to you.
Yeah, he's talking to you. Zach.
Yeah, Zach.
I've never seen this side of Ralph. Side of the Ralph this morning.
Is he talking to GI right now?
Ralph had a win this morning.
Who's Ralph talking to?
Stack. You got
I don't
static.
even know Freezy's take sometimes. Like, I don't know if Freezy wants.
Who is Ralph? You can't call out.
I don't know
Bro,
if
you sound like Trump. You calling everybody out instead of making your point.
I don't know who's who.
Make your point. Stop calling people out, man.
But you can attack me if you want.
Raphael Trump, man.
You can do it. But I know I want to win.
Just do this. Wrong. Everybody else is a fraud. Wrong.
What they do?
Yo, Raphael is hot. Yo.
Yeah, I ain't never seen him like this, man.
He just be calling everybody out. He won't make a point himself. He doesn't know who God calls you.
I know you about nothing. I know you
after school.
About who? I will debate you and kill you anytime, any place, anywhere, easily.
Nobody knows your points. All your points are making sense.
Freezy, get him in here. I want smoke with this kid. Come on.
Yo, it's so aggressive in here today. It's so aggressive.
Hey, Ralph, take a
going
break.
this like
Come on, Zach. Tell me, where are we going listening to you? Are we going to win? Are you
blah 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 blah. Blah blah blah. Trade for blah 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 blah. Trade the first rounder for Astros. Blah 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 blah.
Yo,
okay?
is this really a Knicks fight? Cat is having a Knicks fight, a digital Knicks fight. This is what's up.
I tell you
I've
what,
never seen this in my life.
Oh,
Hey, Keith.
I still don't know who you're talking to. GI or me?
Somebody in the panel tell me.
Hey, get him, man.
Somebody on the panel tell me.
I need to get him.
What's making sense?
Hey, I'm gonna tell you what. If I come up with a good fight,
Hey, get him. I need to go to University Hospital.
Somebody tell me. Can somebody tell me if Zach wants to win? Can somebody tell me if Zach wants to go to the playoffs? Can somebody tell me if Zach wants to tank? Because anybody have another.
Yo, listen. I want to focus on all other aspects instead of calling everybody out.
Because you all want to win and you about nothing.
You're about nothing. Do you want to win? Let me finish.
Easy, you got it.
Stay in the camera.
Easy.
Bro, I want to win, but I don't want to mortgage our future for Derrick Rose. Makes sense when you talk without calling someone else out.
If you mortgaging your future for Derrick Rose,
all you do is call. He wants to trade a first rounder for Derrick Rose.
I think there's a little bit of confusion.
First rounders for Bogdan Bogdanovic. Plays zero defense. All he does is shoot.
There's a little bit of confusion. I think like from the people who don't want to trade.
No, if you disagree with Ralph, you're an idiot. Just ask Ralph.
When somebody says when a when a fan says that they're pro trade, I think what people hear is like, oh, you just want to trade. You want to do any old trade. Like,
that's what he does.
Like pro trade means I'm open to hearing decent trade ideas.
I am too.
Like it doesn't mean like any old trade. It doesn't mean like, oh, I want to do crazy trades. But like he's open to trade ideas. Is that a bad thing?
I never said that was a bad thing. Just the crazy stuff that comes out of his mouth, and then he has the audacity to call everybody else out. Call everyone else a bum.
Eyes of laughter. Yo, 10:45 in the morning.
Yeah, good morning.
That is life of the heart. Let me know that the Knicks are gonna play tonight, regardless of what we gonna win tonight.
We winning tonight.
Yeah, that's not a bad thing.
We winning tonight.
We winning tonight with that much fire, y'all two got. If them boys come out and play with that much fire, we gonna.
If they got half that fire,
the doors off Cleveland.
Take notes, Alfred Payton. Come with the energy of Ralph and myself, and you'll win games.
Yo. I wish you know what, and watch Elf come out. He's listening to this. Watch Elf come out.
Drop 60.
He dropped 60, and you know what?
He gonna call Zach.
How come you didn't make that last? How come he didn't make that last pass to RJ?
Anybody who disagrees with me is a bum. Zach, you're a bum.
Hey, Zach, you ain't learned back in the day. Them quiet boys is the ones you don't mess with. When the quiet boys get the rolling.
What, you think I'm scared of Ralph?
This is weird.
No. We ain't going there with that, Zach.
Watch Church Boys quickly.
I will debate Ralph anytime, any place, anywhere about anything.
Okay, let's debate. Let's debate.
All right,
ready to have a debate. I want to debate you too.
Yeah.
Hey, I actually want to know what is actually your take. I actually want to know what's your opinion, because all I feel like you do is like to criticize people's opinion, but you don't have a real opinion.
Bro, you criticize everybody. How can you say that about me?
I don't even know if you want to. What do you want to do?
Okay, let me talk. Are you going to interrupt me 3 times?
Wait. Kev, give him a minute. Kev, give him 1 minute each. Early morning. Go ahead.
My take is I want to be smart in all 4 facets: player development, trades, free agency, and draft. I want to win. I want a competent organization does every facet correctly. Everyone. They don't just focus on, I want to trade for Derrick Rose, or I want to sign Bogdan Bogdanovic, whatever you say his name. They don't just focus on dudes like that. They want to focus on who they have, who they could possibly get realistically, and what can they do now to win games. Just because someone only wants to trade or doesn't only want to trade doesn't make them a bum, doesn't make them want to tank. It doesn't make them want to do anything. It doesn't make their takes not valid. Just because I'm not simple-minded and stick to one aspect doesn't mean that I have no take.
Here's one thing. Go
back to Ralph. Kev.
What'd you say, Ron?
I'm about to check out, fellas.
No, Ron, we need you, Ron. Don't check out. No, you can't leave, Ron. What you doing, man?
All right, man.
Take Cornerstone. Don't take Ron.
Thanks,
Ron. A little bit longer.
I'll sacrifice myself before Ron goes.
Yeah, I'm gonna hang out a little bit longer, man. I'm enjoying this. Keep going, man.
Real quick. When it was Steve Mills and Perry, the first year they said that they were going to focus on the young players and we're going to go with the youth. The next year, they completely abolished that and said that we're going to win.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's the thing of the uncertainty of management. This management team right here, it seems like, I mean, honestly, I still don't know what their plan is.
Exactly.
Never said
I was waiting for you to say something. Exactly. You don't know. And
don't know.
They can change it. They can change midstream. They could do what they need. They can keep themselves nimble because they aren't painting themselves into a media corner.
Yeah.
And that's the very definition of somebody who plays poker.
Love it.
You know what I mean?
Right. No, absolutely.
You don't know what they're thinking.
I love it.
Like, do the Spurs or the Warriors, do these guys just focus on trades?
Who cares? We're not dumb.
Exactly. So let's be what the good organization is and
Let me know
focus
when
on everything.
Y'all keep having snapshots of these one organization. They don't all do it the same. They don't all do it the same. And everything, yes, you are 100% right, Zach. We should be competent at each one of those four levels. But at any given point, one of those is more in focus than the other. At any given point.
Okay, so
whatever makes the team better. I agree, Keith. That's what I'm saying.
Let's go back and think about that article that came out in the New York Post, right? Remember when they interviewed Tibbs and he told the secrets to success?
Yeah.
Those four aspects you have to develop, you have to win it. You got to go through development, you got to go through the draft, you got to go through free agency, and you got to go through trades, right?
Yep.
So when you look at that, what have we seen right now that tells us that they ain't focused on that? Because when we talk about development, I'm seeing two guys who we drafted. One of them, be it very small sample size, the last game, he's looking more like he's catching on. And Mr. Obi Toppin, shout out to the Rook from the Brook. You know what I mean? I saw something in this game that I ain't seen from Kevin Knox since he been here. You know, they're post up, spin into the lane, even taking the 2-point shot where he could have been sitting behind the 3-point line like he's been doing all season. That's showing me growth he's trying to develop. The other guy, Emmanuel Quickly, look at the amount of time he's getting on the floor, and he's earning it. It's not going to be given to you. These some of these guys on this team, I wouldn't give them water. You know what I mean? Some guys like Knox, I'll get them out of here. These guys are not going to develop. They've been here 3 years. Frank Ntilikina is not going to develop no more than what he is. Time to move on from these guys, man. But when you look at that fact,
look at Kev, he's about to cry.
And then now you look at the situation with the trade.
Can't say I'm going back to the cornerstone, man.
Now let's go trade talk.
Wait.
They know we having a problem with the point guard position. So reports come out that we're looking at Derrick Rose.
Lonzo
I don't have
Ball.
a problem with Derrick Rose. You know what I mean? That ain't mortgaging your future, Zach, to get Derrick
Rose. You give
Rose.
a first rounder for him, that's bogus. You're not going to be
giving up the farm to get Derrick Rose. When you say mortgaging future, that means you gave up a lot to get. You're not going to have to give
a first rounder for Derrick Rose. That's ridiculous.
No, but man, what you missing is Raphael said.
I'm going to keep going the tape. You did say you don't want to mortgage your future for Derrick Rose.
Yeah, that is. If you're giving a first rounder for a guy like Derrick Rose, that's ridiculous. That's stupid.
You're not getting that. You're not getting that. Nobody going to give him no first round.
No, apparently some people will.
All right, let G.I. talk. Let G.I. talk. Come on, guys.
I'm giving it back to Ron. I just want Ron to know why Zach, in fairness, why Zach said what he said.
Like one person at
Raphael today said.
Hey, hold on, G. Let me do something real quick. I don't mean to be rude with everybody. I'm gonna just say this, man. Hey, so everybody's got some points and stuff. We got to remember that we got to talk one at a time, and not march all over each other. You know,
yes.
Because the point because everybody got a good idea and stuff like that. Just remember that people are listening in to the show, man. And so we got a little muddle there. But we just want to make sure that we be respectful of each other's thoughts and stuff. Because it's like 10 of us in here. You know what I'm saying? And if everybody talk at the same time, it's just going to sound like chaos. Hey, go ahead, G.I., man. My bad.
Just setting the table for Ron, because I want to be fair to Zach. Ralph said he would give up a first for Derrick Rose right now, and that's where the discussion came.
Right.
Doesn't mean that it has to be a first. It could be a second. Whatever it takes. If it's a second pick, great. Doesn't mean that I'm like. So anyway,
a 223 first. A 223 first. Actually, I don't.
They need to say one at a time.
Top of the morning, Rob. Top of the morning. Nice to meet you, King.
What's up, Rob?
Morning, Rob.
Hey, what's up, Rob? Nick.
Morning, Rob. We love you, Rob.
What's up? I thought I could check you fellas out in the morning.
Rob the Chucksabum.
Hey, hold on. Let me do something real quick. I just want to do something real quick. Just real quick. That's my
boy.
Hey, so Rob the Nick and the Ghetto Intellect are in the same place at the same time. I don't know how this is gonna go. I just want to warn everybody that I don't know how this is gonna go. these two fellows are my brothers. You know what I'm saying? And both are very, 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 very smart. Right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to be the peacemaker for this. So there's been an issue from about a week and a half ago. Rob the Knick has been throwing shade at Chuck B and the Ghetto Intellect. And so what I'm gonna try to do, I just want to bring them on the screen at the same time. I'm gonna ask everybody else respectfully, just to hold on for a few minutes, and I'm gonna let these two brothers come on at the same time, just so that we can clear the air about a couple things.
Nice to meet you, King. The pleasure's all mine, baby. The pleasure's all
mine. Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up, Rob? What's good?
What's up? What's up? What's up, Jim? What's up, Ghetto?
Hey, for everybody backstage, just be patient with me. It's no disrespect for y'all, and don't take it that way. But I have two of my favorite people in the same place at the same time, and I just want to hear these two at the same time, man. So
I hope he's been watching me as much as I've been watching him. That's all I ask. Because
I've been checking you out.
So I don't know if
I've been checking you out.
You know what I mean?
I've been watching you. I had to scout the talent.
Okay.
Before I jumped on, I said, let me see what he talking about. I hear him in the chat, so let me see what he talking about. I had my eye on you. I thought this morning was perfect. I had to get up, so I said, let me
You've been setting your plates with me, yo. I become food for you, I heard.
No, it wasn't to the point like that. I think that you caught something that I said out of context, that you didn't catch the whole thing.
No, I'll be honest.
You commented on it.
No, I'll be honest. Okay.
And so you commented on it before.
I didn't know we were in each other's sites until Freezy brought it to me one morning.
Oh, no.
I see what you mean.
I know you commented on something in the chat, and then that's when I sprung back. And then
so in fairness, if I'm on the panel, then I try to be intelligent, if I'm in the chat, then I troll in the chat. So I have split personality, so I apologize. If I'm just typing, then
it was all good. You know, I look at the chat, I get hit all the time. I got some fans, some go the other way, but when I seen that, and then I know I had seen you, and then I seen a couple of your takes, I was like, he don't seem to come off like that.
Yeah.
It did.
I got split personality.
Oh, yeah. But it was all good. You know, it's all fun and game. Me and Chuck, we do the same thing. You know, it keeps the night going. But my point that I was making on that was when I was saying the comparisons to the point guard combo guard, I was like, pretty much in this time, I wasn't saying that was what it was. I said in today's NBA, they're giving the point guard like KJ back in the day. If he was playing now, they would say point guard, but they were also the paralysis on the way that he scored and the way that he can assist. They would say, now you got lower level combo guards too, and you got the ones on a higher level. In today's NBA with the name, there wasn't no combo guard back in our day.
No, I'm good, and I'm good with your conversation. The only thing is I can't never let you say, King, is that Isaiah Thomas is a combo guard. I just can't never let you say that.
But see, that's what I think you caught out of context. What I said was, if they shot him up here, we know what he was.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We know what he was. You know, but the way that they give names and stretches and all of this, we didn't have all of that.
Right.
You know, they started adding names and players and stretches because to me and you, Bill Lambert was a stretch.
Right.
But they didn't call him that.
Yeah, Jack Sigma. Remember Jack Sigma was a stretch?
You know, these are players that they called that, but they didn't call that. But now they renamed them. That's all I was saying.
I missed that part. I just heard Isaiah Thomas was a combo guard.
Oh, no. It was more context to it.
Rob, and the Ghetto Intellect. So Free Keith, I don't know if this is what this is from Free Keith. I'm gonna just read it verbatim. Now everybody walking back comments, question mark. That's what Free Key
said. He said, "Me or you are copping, please." And my position was,
I don't think so.
Isaiah Thomas was a combo guard, and I will stand firm that Isaiah Thomas is one of the top 5 point guards to ever play the game. I would never allow that man to be disrespected with any. So if he's saying I'm walking back from that, I'm standing firm on that.
Right. Well, and I'm saying if he moved from that generation to this generation, they will rename him. They will be trying to rename him because they rename everybody else.
Right. And
that's all it was.
And to Rob's point, and which I agree, Isaiah Thomas, if unleashed offensively, could have scored 33, 34 points a game if he wanted to. If he wanted to. But he chose not to. You know what I'm saying? For the sake of playing within the team concept of the Detroit Pistons. You know what I'm saying? My man was like, hey, so they coach Chuck Daly was like, nah, Zeke, we don't need you scoring 30. But if you play good defense and score 20, we'll win championships, which is more important. And Isaiah was like, winning championships is the most.
And Isaiah was such a floor general, he could do that.
Yeah.
Those combo guards on floor generals. Isaiah.
And another thing, Ghetto, what you were saying about the right now the Knicks is like you said, and I'm 100% in agreement with that. As far as I'm concerned, the team. My first thing that I would say number one in this year is what the team is doing, needs to do, is what they're doing, but they're doing it in a different way. Team development is developing young talent is important. That's the number one thing right now.
Hey, hold it.
You have to, but you can still mix that in it.
Hey, Rob, listen. Hey, I want you to hold on for just a second because I think I got. Hey, y'all just pause right here. Because I got Free Keith, what's going on?
I'm glad you brought me back in real quick because I like the discussion. I don't even want to like jump in on the
wait.
I don't want to jump in on the comment, but I'm listening to the answers and they sound a little plea copish. Like, yeah, I said that, but I really meant I'm just saying.
Dog, these are OGs. These OGs are having a conversation, dog.
Yo, I feel you, but I want real talk, though.
But look, this is what it was. See, something was said. Look, if you see something in the comments and you just popped in and you see something flash by and you don't get the context, we just keeping it a buck of what was said. Oh. That's all. I told Freezy, look, I told Freezy back like this here. I said, if me and him ever hit the stage on some, a lot of things, because I can see what he does, a lot of things we gonna agree on. I know that what I said had to be taken out of context. It is what it is. It is what it is. I knew what I was saying, and I knew how I looked in the chat if you just popped in. It's two different looks. I said what I said.
I feel
he said what he said, and I'm not backing down on what I said.
It sounds like that a little bit though. That's what I'm saying. Like I feel you. I feel what you're saying, but how it look and how it sounds different. It sounds like you're backing down from what you were intending to say. Like so that's what I was. That's really the point I was making. You could drop me off screen. You could. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no. Look, I'm gonna put the truth out there. I said if Isaiah Thomas was in this day, he would be a combo guard.
Right.
And I'm sticking to that. But in his day, because they are renaming the position right here in front of our eyes. They starting to rename the position.
And Keith, what I heard specifically was Isaiah Thomas was a combo guard.
Yep.
Period. Yep. That's all I heard. So if he's changing it to that, then you know what? I don't want to.
Oh, you can go back to the tape. It's on the tape. It's on the tape.
I just heard. I know they were talking about quick. It was really about quickly whether he was a combo guard or not. And I'm sitting there watching the show and I'm participating in what is a combo guard, blah blah blah. And then I heard examples, and what I heard was Isaiah Thomas was a combo guard. And I
mentioned that he wasn't the only one I mentioned. I mentioned him. I mentioned KJ.
Ron. Hey, Ron, hold on. I'm coming, man. I just want to clarify some stuff because this.
I mentioned KJ. I mentioned and I mentioned Isaiah because they gave you. You take Isaiah and Dumas on the same team. either one of them could have facilitated the ball. But the better scorer, the one who had the better shot that they needed was Dumas. The better penetrator was Isaiah.
There's not.
So I just want to jump in real quick, and I want to bring everybody else in. And so for those that are backstage, don't take this as I just wanted to, because I had the nighttime OG saying a certain thing and the daytime OG saying a certain thing. And I was like, I hope they paths never cross. I hope I never get to this day where Rob and Nick has to.
The daytime OG said he wanted all the smoke.
Mission accomplished.
Oh, I did too. I mentioned that too. Bring the smoke. I mentioned it too.
But in fairness, listen, this ain't about y'all. This is about me. Yeah. I said I hope their paths never cross. That's what I said, right? And look, and I'm not saying it because of the platform. I'm saying my want is different from y'all's want. My want is that y'all paths never cross. Because I didn't want y'all to get into a debate and then I'd have to give y'all these 3 1-minute rounds for people.
Oh, well, it's got to be a topic that that we totally at odds against. Because like I say, I'll defend my position on what I say. It doesn't matter.
Rob, what I'm saying is I don't want you in there. You're not listening to me. I don't want you or the ghetto intellect in that arena. I don't want y'all to be debating. I don't want to get y'all battling. You know what I'm saying? Because for one, while y'all battling each other, the youngsters are looking at y'all like, yo, I think I can get a piece of them too.
Man, come on, man.
I mean, he kind of right though. Let me back you up on that a little bit. He kind of right though, because it looked like you know what I'm saying, like it's a lot of soft batch cookie and stuff going on. I feel like if I'm a young guy right now, I'm like yeah, I could eat this cat. I'm gonna get him to backtrack. It's nothing. Like that's how it looked like. It looked like it's easy. Like y'all gonna have
you picked the wrong topic. You're gonna get smoked.
What I'm saying is, and so Rob, and I promise you, I'm gonna bring everybody back on. But Rob and get an inlet. What I'm saying is, when young lion cubs see 2 old lions battling it out for supremacy, you know what they say? Oh man, I didn't know that old lion had weaknesses.
But see,
and you know how a young lion becomes king? By the old lion getting dusted off.
Hey, look at the name. Hey, Breezy, look at the name. The knowledgeable and intellect. We gonna come to an understanding because we past that level. They can try it, but they gonna get knocked off.
Rob, don't. Rob, what I'm saying, don't talk trash to him because all it does is put fuel on the fire. Is what I'm getting.
Man, look.
What I'm saying.
Look, bring it.
Oh my God.
Bring it. I ain't scared.
And then the other dude turned his hat around backwards.
Hey, look. Bring it.
Oh my God.
Hey, look. They ain't said nothing. I'm not even in uniform. They didn't say nothing.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Y'all having a dance battle. This ain't even a debate. Y'all having a dance battle.
Hey, look. It wasn't. Hey, look.
It's physical.
Hey, look. This is the.
They pop locking on the block.
Hey, look. Hey, y'all come up with all the wrong takes.
I'm just out there looking, man.
You go to the private chat, Zach?
I don't have no Twitter.
Yo, Rob.
I don't do that Twitter
that
stuff.
Little bird wants to smoke.
How can I reach you?
How can you reach me?
Hey, look.
Yo, Raphael want to
on the real.
Pause on you.
On the real. We're all Knicks fans, man. We just want the team to do great, man. That's all we looking for, man.
We had adult fun. Back in the day, we had phones. That's how you reach me, bro.
That's all.
Anybody else that wants to reach me, they can reach me there too.
Hilarious.
I got you, Zach.
Kev, you still ain't reaching me about that Frank jersey I've been trying to give away.
So let me.
I'm gonna reach you today. All right, I'm gonna reach you today.
Let me do this real quick, y'all.
Do they even sell Frank jerseys? I think they're rare.
I grabbed it out of a dumpster thinking I could resell it and make $1. Now I gotta pay somebody $10 to ship it to them.
Hey, I'll give you the money, man.
Hey, hold on, y'all. Let me do this real quick, man, because we a little bit. I just want to make sure, man, that we still be respectful and understand that this is, a joint, man. I understand everybody excited. They bring mad energy. You know what I'm saying? And I love it. But we still got to make sure that we, give quality to the listener. You know what I'm saying? So if somebody talking, man, just make sure that you don't talk over them, because for the sake of quality, we want to make sure that we put the best joint out here. You know what I'm saying? Also to Rob the Knick and to Ghetto Intellect. I appreciate the way y'all handle this. My only thing is I'm gonna give y'all a word of advice, and it's not because I don't care. But look, when you put it out there that you will put pause on people in a debate, people will line up to get pause put on them in a debate. You know what I'm saying? It'll be one of the things. Listen, I'm not saying that y'all gonna lose, but I'm saying after a while, everybody get tired of putting pause on people. You gotta step back from the joint and either retire or step away, turn down some of these debates because people will continue to line up. Like Chuck B is legit trying to get in the video chat right now, but it's 10 people already in here. Chuck B wants y'all so bad right now that he been spamming me trying to get in.
He got smoked last night. He trying to get some get back from last night.
but Rob, the thing about it is, if you keep throwing bobs at Chuck, it's not gonna make him go away. It's gonna make him come at you harder. You know what I'm saying? So what I don't
mind strengthening the record on Chuck.
So what I'm saying is just chill out, man, and let Chuck have his way for a little bit. Sometimes the best form of fighting is to let the person fight by himself. You know what I'm saying? Just let him.
Let somebody else let somebody else handle.
Yeah, or something, because the thing is with the OGs, I want to keep y'all above the fray. You know what I'm saying? Y'all already got enough battle scars. You know what I'm saying? Over the years.
All right, well.
But if you want to go out there and get more, do it.
Hey, but I already said before. I said I didn't want Chuck. I made that perfectly clear. I said, look, man, I'm through with Chuck. Chuck make me laugh now. Chuck, my boy. I don't need to battle Chuck no more. We talk about Sing now. You know what I'm saying? Chuck is good.
Right. And so, for those that
now you walking back from Chuck.
Right. And so for those that do want that. Who?
I want Chuck. I beat Chuck and BJ Knicks.
See, they've been calling Chuck out.
I
want a GI. I wanted Chuck.
Ron, can I talk? Can you go to the private chat, Ron?
Hey, man. So.
Can I go to the private chat?
Yeah, just hit the private chat. Hit private chat.
Hit the little message indicator that says chat at the bottom.
Hey, I'm on this iPhone, man.
Yeah, there's a chat.
Okay.
Yeah. Put your reading glasses on and go to the message at the bottom right.
Hey, Zach, by the way, I do wear
glasses. Nuts, man.
I do wear glasses, by the way.
Hey, so do I. I got contacts in though.
Ron, how can I reach you? How can I reach you?
Hey. Hey, check with Freezy. Freezy got my number, man.
We can do that. We can do that.
You know what I mean? Oh, you can hit me up on Twitter.
I need his number too. I'll get it from Freezy.
Yeah, I'm on Twitter, man.
Yeah, so here's the thing that I want to do with everybody, because I heard y'all debate and y'all got a little heated. So much so people are like, yo, we need a referee to break these guys up. So I got off the phone. I'm like, oh, snap, they in here arguing. So I got to run back But what we probably want to do is this: if you bad enough and you confident enough, you know what I'm saying. If you want some smoke, and you not a poser, then what we can do is put you in a debate 1-on-1 and have you shoot the fair one with somebody, right?
Shoot
but if you listen, but the thing is, like with the OGs, I don't want the OGs battling nobody. The OGs already been through. They already walked through the battlefield and they survived.
And why they need protection.
And that's why I'm offering them protection, right?
Hey guys, real quick, I'm gonna get off for two reasons. One, I got to get back to work, and two, I'm gonna let Chuck get in here. So I'm giving up my space for him. And all y'all,
I can't get on the panel with more than 4 people. His phone won't let him.
All you guys,
Kev, hit me up, bro. Love you, man.
Yes, I will. Enjoy the game tonight, guys. I'll see y'all on later on Ron's thing. Ron, you gonna have one after the game, right?
Yeah, and I'll be on at 5 p.m. Eastern time.
I'll try to make it on by 5, Ron.
Everybody have a great weekend, and let's get this win. Love y'all.
We'll see you later.
Okay, cool.
Hey, I know them guys happy to be back in the East getting some home cooking.
Yeah, so
it's about to be fun.
So I think we are all gonna be on at some point tonight, man. We all gonna rock at some point, man. We probably wind up just being on each other's bringing the crowd everywhere. So
thank goodness to be back East, man.
Yeah, man. So
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Y'all warm me up. Even though I'm in the car still, but every time I get in and out, y'all warm me up with this.
Right. So here's the thing, Chuck B. Don't come in here starting that mess because you got the look in your eye. You got the devil in your eye right now.
To the side of the camera.
I know. I think he got something with the eye that he want to get off his chest. But I know
why my name in his mouth.
He got the DC Sabathia World Series Game 7 look.
And he got robbed the Knicks.
What's wrong, CC?
He got robbed the Knicks. Stuff going on.
Why my name in your mouth, King?
Hey, Freezy. This what he got.
Serious question for the entire panel. Do you guys think Chop? Do you guys think Chop could win a debate with someone solely on getting votes from the chat from going for a minute straight? I think you could.
I'm not a debater. I'm not a debater.
No, you don't have to. You just go and people are gonna vote for you.
Chuck, just for the record, because I know you got some stuff you want to get off your chest. But so just for the record, D is balling is in the chat. So
open your eyes, Chuck.
So be careful about how you talk to them other guys, because D is no joke too. You know what I'm saying? Day A is his name on the.
That's my guy. Salute D.
Yeah.
Day
but D is balling. That's him. That's him. So he's in a virtual chat. So be careful how y'all move forward about who's the best debater and all that stuff. If I were y'all, I'd just be careful about saying who's the best debater, because y'all know Sports Vibes TV is the undisputed Lawrence Tears debate champion.
No excuses, Chuck. CC, open your eyes, bro.
Sports Vibe is trash.
And then you the garbage juice then, because he beat
Sports
you.
Vibe is 100%.
You see, Chuck can't
go back and watch it again. And
his Obama phone is acting up.
It Kev's 2 seconds.
I think it's Chuck.
Chuck's phone don't want him to be great.
Even Chuck don't want Chuck's phone even don't want to hear his excuses.
The last. There's too many people. It got to be like 4 people. Too many people. My phone don't take it.
Move us backstage. Move us backstage.
Yeah.
Move us backstage, Freeze.
Let Chuck eat.
So he takes.
Yeah, let me do that for Chuck since we got
Chuck need a solo.
Chuck disappeared. Chuck disappeared, man.
Hey, Freezy, you know what I found out what it is, man? It's not so much that there's so many people on screen. What I found out, they said that when everybody is on, if you don't have headphones on, that's when that stuff start happening.
Yeah.
So more people, if they got headphones, need to wear headphones.
Yeah. Because the audio will get super crackly, but Chuck B is down with equipment. So I'll say this. I'll say this because
Chuck on injured reserve. Is that considered injured reserve?
CC on the disabled list.
Yeah, he's been knocked out 6
Hey, what
times
kind of device Chuck got? What Chuck got?
A phone. I don't know.
What he on?
Chuck,
can you hear me now?
Where he on net? Where he on net 10?
He got that walkie-talkie. He got
dial-up internet.
Nextel. He got Nextel. The
dial-up internet.
Wow.
Beep, beep, beep.
Make sure your technology can handle the smoke.
Hey, you better get Verizon, man. You better get Verizon. You heard me?
Hey, tell in South Carolina, if you ain't got Verizon,
you done.
You
done. Here, if you don't have Sprint, you're done.
Yeah, Verizon and Sprint. If you ain't got them two, and AT&T, you in trouble.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But I never thought I'd see the day when Ron to call somebody out. And listen.
Ron,
don't y'all even think about it. Hey, if you
don't call
Ron,
Ron wins that, no matter who it is.
Ron who'd you call out?
Huh?
Chuck,
I ain't calling nobody. I just asked if Chuck what kind of phone Chuck got, because he talking about his phone can't handle people on no more than 4.
Obama phone, I'm telling you.
Oh man.
Nextel Quick Connect. The walkie-talkies from back in the day.
Yeah. Hey, so I feel compelled to do this. So Sports Vibes TV is the champ. And so we're going to be doing some shows and stuff together to put on the channel and such. And we'll probably do some stuff with Tony Crow this weekend. I think Tony Crow wants us to do some stuff on his channel too. I think Ron, I don't know if he reached out to you yet, but that's what he was. Hey,
Freezy, I'm gonna tell you. Speaking of our boy Tony Crow, man. Hey, when I went to his channel and I turned on, just listening to that intro, man, had me ready, man. I said, listen, hey, I just kept playing the intro over and over and over just listening to that intro, man.
Right.
Hey, he got a nice setup, man.
I like his opinions too. He tends to have
What's the name of the channel?
Knicks and Bruises. Knicks and Bruises. Everybody subscribe to that, man. Support Tony Crow. You heard me. He plugged into that Sim big homie. Nothing but Knicks flagship. You know what I mean? The mothership, as my man Freezer would call it, man. Support that guy, man. He gonna give you good content as well. Hey, let's do it, man. Let's do it.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Hey, so let me ask my man. D. So are you interested in selling the score, so to speak, on some stuff that you said with Chuck B? If not, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? But I also like to give people the opportunity to do what it is, because I know it's frustrating to want to come on the show and have an opinion, but at the time we might be talking about something else, and it's frustrating to kind of hold your water, so to speak. So if you still want to come on and say something, man, the door is always open to the family, man. Y'all know how I go. Hey, Lawrence Mayberry, what's good? What's good? We see you. We see y'all. So I feel like did the Knicks have a game Saturday night? Do we have a game Saturday?
Yeah, Clippers at 1, I think.
Oh, it's a back-to-back? We doing a back-to-back?
Oh no, Sunday. I think it's Sunday during the day.
That's right? Sunday. I think that's Sunday.
Okay.
Well, I tell you what, we getting Cleveland tonight off a back-to-back. Cleveland coming in off a back-to-back.
Man,
Mitch got to be a lot better against Drummond.
I don't even care. I really need us to approach this game like this is not a back-to-back.
Yeah,
like,
we just need this win. Period.
We need to look at this 4-game stretch and be like, because if we go 1-3, then we're pushing away from that playoff spot.
Don't do that, Joe. I knew you was gonna boy you. Hey, you consistent.
It's big. No, they're big games though. We need to go at least 3-1 out of the next couple of games to stay in it. Like Cleveland and then the 2 Bulls games.
I knew you was going, Joe. I knew you was going.
I agree with you actually on that, Joe.
You gotta win.
We gotta get these. We got 3 that we can get in the next 4, and that can get us back to 500. And
let's get this one, fellas. Let's get this one first. Let's get this one.
I'm with you, Rob. Let's get.
One game at a time, fellas. one game at a time.
Yeah,
Take
get that
every
monkey off
quarter,
our back first.
every play, play by
balloon
play,
popping
quarter
mug.
by quarter, game by game. That's how you got to take it if you want to be a playoff team, especially without no superstars.
Tell him, Coach Zach. Tell him.
You got even if you have superstars, you got to take it one game at a time. And in order to take it one game at a time, you got to take it one possession at a time. Every possession matters, especially when you're a team like the Knicks. You're the 8th seed. You're a fringe playoff team. If you take the same energy into every possession, you will win and you will make the playoffs. Because teams take nights off, players take nights off, quarters off, halves off. If you don't take a single play off, you will win games.
Hey, Freeze,
Yeah,
man.
we play Clippers on Sunday, right?
I'm about to jump off, man. Hey, y'all, let
If
Chuck
we
get in
win-
there, man. I want to hear what Chuck got to say. I'm gonna jump off.
Hey, Ron, what time you jumping on today?
5 p.m. rush hour edition. You heard me. Hey, you got the morning they're driving in. I got the evening where they're going home. You heard me.
Bam. Hey,
right,
so I'm gonna try to jump on. At 5. Just to come on and laugh and joke with y'all because y'all have.
Don't forget Gino got game time.
Yeah.
I got to do my research on Mitch today, man, because I'm hearing some disturbing things, man. I got to do some research. I don't like what I'm seeing with our boy Mitch, man.
What happened now? What happened?
Yeah.
I'm just saying all this back and forth I'm hearing.
Hey, we went in on. Hey, look. Hey, all you got to do, Ron, go look at the replay of last night. We went on. We covered Mitch last night.
So Rob, let me do a tutorial real quick. So Rob, when you reference the show, and this is just look, and this ain't no shade because the Knicks at Night podcast is Rob the Knick show. Is Rob the Knick, is Kev W, is Stephen Fox, and it's some others, but it's their joint. You know what I'm saying? So, but Rob, when you push your joint, make sure you say the name and the time and come on. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
So when you tell Ron Keith, go check out the joint, you like, hey Ron, listen, we talked about that last night on the Knicks at Night podcast. It was on at 11:45. Check out the replay. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, I got you.
Because Rob, that's your joint. You know what I'm saying? I'll legit jump on there with y'all. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you give credit to yourself and the others that do a good job at night.
Yeah, no soft batch cookie stuff like Free Keith already told you.
Hey, look here, man. Look.
None of that.
You can't. Hey, look. You can't get. Hey, look. Y'all young pups can't get OGs to go at it when we already got that knowledge. We already acquired that knowledge. We done went to college. We done put those. We done put those thoughts to bed. We ain't going to war over nothing.
Hey, Rob,
listen, man, for a young buck, I've had a lot of experience, man. Some of these young
that sound like T-Rock.
Neither, Rob.
Hey, so that's that Run DMC.
Hey,
that's that Run DMC.
He is civil.
Oh, yeah.
You hear me? Shout out to my man, KRS-One.
Oh, but look. Hey, look, check it out. But Ron, on Nick at Night, we covered the whole thing. We covered the Tibbs side, we covered the Mitch side, and we came to a conclusion that, man, look, it ain't all Mitch.
5 hours.
I'm gonna tell you,
it's not all Mitch.
Rob, I've been saying it, man.
Nobody.
I've been saying it, man, because
it ain't on nobody.
You know, and I said it the last show I had, man, and I thought about this from a monetary value side, man. If all you allowing this guy to show is defense, that's gonna lower his value. You know what I mean? The amount of money that you can spend on him. But if this guy show that he got an offensive game on top of that defensive game, now his value is going up. You understand me?
But see, what value are you talking about? And I asked that meaning like there's two values like to each of these players. There's the value that they have to the team, and the value that they have on the open market. Like somebody might be more valuable to the team that they're on because of the situation that team needs than they would be on the open market because the open market doesn't need them as much. Now, I say that he has a lot of internal value. He has a lot of internal value, and the reason being, and I don't think that it detracts away. Like it's going to take away from what the team is going to offer him in extension. I actually feel, and I don't know if you are like me, but I kind of like I read into the media that these players put out.
Oh yeah.
And from what I'm feeling from him is that we're angsty at him, but he's actually being held back.
Hey, I'm right with you, Freaky. I've been saying it for a while.
So if he's being held back, then they know his value to the team.
They know his value to the team,
and they're moving it along. He's gonna get his bread.
But you know,
he's gonna get his bread.
It ain't as much. The money ain't gonna be as much.
No, you don't get it. They more than anybody else understand that value. They're holding him back so they could bring it along incrementally. Like they are literally developing him. This is really when y'all talk about development, it ain't balls to the wall, like show me what you got every night. Like, yo, like they know what he can do.
Freaky, I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying, right? And 50% of that I agree with. But I'm looking at
he's frustrated.
I'm looking at it the 50% from Mitch's side as a ball player. You've been here 3 years. You still ain't took a shot to really talk about in the game. But you're doing all this practicing, showing that you shoot. Matter of fact, there's tape right now, and it wasn't doctored. The man shot 10 straight three-pointers. You know what I mean? And people question it. Think about it. You got people in social media and even in the national media question whether or not the man got an offensive game.
Ask yourself.
Showing you that he got a game.
Should be shooting free throws first.
He put that tweet out saying, "When will they let me play?" It ain't about him getting on the court. When we read into things.
Ask yourself what that tweet means. Ask yourself what that tweet means, right? Ask yourself what that tweet. Why would somebody who, if I'm thinking that he's holding himself back from shooting or expanding his game, what does that? Why would he put out that tweet?
Right.
If he's the one holding himself back.
No, I'm not saying he's holding himself back.
I personally think
I'm saying the front office.
Out, like showing us the 3-point shooting and all of that. I don't think that he's showing that to us. I don't think that that's for us.
I think coaching holding him back, man.
Hey, look.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. The coach is holding him back, and him. Because
he's showing us that he got it.
You guys got to see why Tibbs is angry at that. The man can't shoot free throws, and all he's doing is focus on shooting threes. Can you shoot free throws at a high level clip first?
Fellas, let me speak on that since I researched it, and I had like I said last night, we talked about it. This is what the situation is. Mitch can shoot. Mitch feels as though he can shoot. Tibbs stated that the role that he wants Mitch to play doesn't involve shooting. But Mitch wants to shoot.
One dimension.
And this is where the disconnect is coming in at. The young lion is ready to roar. And the coach is saying, this is not your time. It's not on Mitch right now. It's not on Mitch.
And you don't think Mitch hear us talking? You don't think Mitch hear what the fans are saying? He's frustrated, yo. Like he knows he got a deeper bag. He can't show it.
And that's the danger in this whole thing, because this man coming up close to contract time. That's the danger. He don't have to resign. You know what I mean? And
but he has time, Ron. He still got 2 years. He got time.
And I think like they have every intention of keeping him. Like he's under no danger at all. So I feel his development more than anybody else is being pulled along very incrementally.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all this. Don't be thinking the man got time. The man already is 3 years in, going to his 4th year. And
when somebody's being held back, I say they got time. Because that means that's intentional. It's a different when like the players holding themselves back.
True.
Like if I am management, if I am the coach and I'm holding you back, like, whoa, killer, I see what you got, but then I know what you got.
But Keith, but you know what that means? Just like Rob just said, man.
They playing chess.
They're playing chess.
There's a break in connection between the coach and Mitch, because Mitch been putting out stuff. You know what I mean? That people been picking up on. You know what I mean? The man is clearly not happy. So the coach need to reassure him, say, hey man, you know your time gonna come. Let him know. And don't be not saying stuff to the man, you know what I mean? Because you got the man frustrated. And rightfully so, I would be frustrated. You know what I mean? If I know I got an offensive game.
But Ron, you knew this was coming. You knew this was coming.
I'd be
everybody up here knew this was coming. Because Tom Thibodeau is not what you call a good relationship manager. Y'all knew this was coming.
Yeah,
it's the reason why it's the reason why you put charismatic dudes on the coaching staff. It's the reason why you brought in a Mike Woodson, somebody that can go to the players and talk. It's the reason why you go get a Kenny Payne, somebody that is good at relationship building and all that stuff. Because Tom Thibodeau, to be honest with you, could care less about how Mitch feel.
Exactly.
If you're not producing on the court, whether it's in practice or in the game, Tom Thibodeau don't care because Tom Thibodeau.
So Uncle Freezy, was he like that with Derrick Rose?
He does love Mitch though.
Derrick Rose,
no.
I'm just saying the relationship wise, Zach.
But what I'm saying is, I'm not saying that Tibbs doesn't love Mitch, but he has a funny way of showing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Tough love.
Y'all have relatives like that. You know,
tough
they love
love,
you.
right?
But when they get around you, you like, you can throw me away. You know what I'm saying?
Criticizing you, giving you that tough love.
Yeah. Like why you gave them a bigger piece of chicken than me?
But he
constructive criticism. Okay.
He talks very highly of Mitch.
I'm gonna throw this out there for you.
He talks very highly of Mitch.
But is he talking very highly to Mitch?
Hey,
but that's not for us to assume. I can't assume that.
Hey, Freezy, fellas, I guarantee you, if Woody was coaching this team, y'all know I'm going at, right?
Right.
No.
Mitch would have already took shots. I guarantee.
Yes. Yeah.
I guarantee.
Because
Mitch would have already taken shots.
They always say, hey,
he wouldn't have.
What
he
you gotta
wouldn't
do
have taken shots.
You got to keep, and it ain't just about taking shots, man. It's about getting this guy engaged on the offensive end. You can't have a guy just playing defense. They tell you that all the time. You learn that. You got to keep your big man involved.
Yep.
Or they ain't gonna be involved.
It depends.
There's levels to it, though.
It depends on how wild his. It depends on how wild his offensive game is. Maybe what they see is peace out.
I'm gonna
maybe what they see is.
I'm gonna go pee. Y'all better not be fighting when I get back.
No.
Maybe what they see is that his offensive game may be a little bit too erratic and needs some finer tuning before they really unleash it. Like, yeah.
Keith, if you realize, dudes, like, when have you ever seen a coach, let alone a hard-nosed coach, let a man shoot under 50% from the free throw line and shoot threes? This guy has shown all sorts of.
It's not about threes.
Hold on.
It's not about threes. It's not about
I'm
threes.
getting to it. Hold on. This guy showed 2 videos in the offseason. One of him acting like he's T-Mac or Kobe, acting all these dudes a fool against guys that look like us at the YMCA and shooting threes. He didn't show a video working on his free throws. He didn't show videos working on his post game. He didn't show any videos of taking steps that are actually good other than just shooting threes and acting a fool against guys that look like us. And now he wants to complain for a bigger role. If I was Tibbs, I'd be living with him.
Okay. Hey, look.
Okay.
That's where that's where you're wrong at. That's where you're wrong at, Jack. And let me tell you why. Because just because what he did was his friends, that's his own personal business. What he's doing in practice is what counts. And if everybody is seeing what this man is doing, nobody is saying that he doesn't have what he said he has. Nothing leaked out of practice to say the man talking about he want more, but he can't shoot. Nobody in practice is saying that. So therefore,
in fact, everybody has said the opposite.
It's said the opposite. We're not talking about threes. This man is probably talking about 6 to 10 feet in. He might not even be talking about threes.
You don't know that, though. I can pretty.
All right, that's what I'm saying. But I'm not gonna put it on a YMCA tape what he did in his own personal time. That's his business.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm
saying, one thing we do know.
Tibbs agreed that the man got offense. Tibbs even said that the man got offense. We have not unleashed it yet.
It's been from last season. Taj was even saying it. Like Mitch got a bag that y'all ain't even see yet. Been saying it.
But you know what? That's why.
Good. Why is
one thing we do know is Mitch ain't happy, and anytime a player ain't happy, it's cause for alert. You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. You don't want somebody who we just talked about. Your owner came out and talked about when he got on the Michael K show and talked about him and RJ being cornerstone pieces, and you got him unhappy. It don't look good. That's what I'm saying. It don't look good, man.
But he'll be all right. Hey, they're gonna pay him. He's gonna be all right.
He's always unhappy. He always complain about something.
No, I ain't gonna say he's always unhappy.
His agents. That's his business too. See, but you getting all in his personal business.
That's unfair.
Uncle Ron. Does this have something to do with how Fizdale babied them last year? Now you have a hard-nosed coach. He don't care. I don't know.
Well,
there's no baby in. I agree.
That's a good one. That's a good take.
I agree. I agree.
Hey, Hey, Chop, I'm telling you, Chop Low is very, very underrated. I'm telling y'all.
Say that again.
Chop, I'm telling you,
Chop.
Hold on, let me say this real quick. Chop Low is very, very underrated. Very underrated on this joint. Chop Low would jump in and say something real quick and jump right back out.
Say that again, Chop.
Say it again, Chop. I didn't hear it.
No, I was saying is it how Fizdale carried them last year? Baby these kids, right? Make them feel comfortable. Right? Now you got a real coach, a hard-nosed coach, right? It's a different scenario now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Remember, this is what he used to. He used to that whatever. Yeah, right?
Yeah, that's a good point.
This whole generation used to that.
But you know that's the
problem.
Exactly.
And that's why you got to make sure you adapt. Those who can't adapt, they fall by the wayside. You heard me? You know what I mean? Somebody gonna take your spot.
Why didn't cats say that about like? Why didn't cats say that about like cats like Frank and Knox though?
I've been saying that.
They gotta
Stop
adapt
it, Keith.
Hey,
I've been saying that.
Fizdale was holding Knox's hand. He was holding his hand on the bench when he came back to the bench.
He was keeping his hand out of his butt, Chop. That's what he was doing. Keeping his hand out of his butt.
The butt diggers, yeah.
Oh my God.
Hey, Chop, man, that's a very good point you brought up, man, and that could be, part of the problem too. When you've been used to being coddled, so to speak, and now you got somebody that's a authoritative type person. You know what I mean? Hey,
it wasn't a problem for Randall.
And Mitch didn't have no college development, right?
Ain't no problem for Randall, because Randall is a professional. He done been in the league a while.
Frank is a professional. He been in the league 4 years.
No, but we talking about in reference to Mitch.
Good players.
Mitch got drafted. Mitch got drafted by under Fizz. You know what I mean? So that's a good point.
Can we keep 100% of stuff in kind of perspective though? Like quietly, last year was really supposed to be Mitch's first time even touching the court.
True.
Yeah, I'm saying like I kind of feel like we've lost the fact that like Mitch is actually a couple years ahead of his development already.
Yeah, no doubt.
Like he was supposed to, everybody said it, from fan to even cats who liked him. Like, he's going to start off in the G League. He'd probably be in the G League because he didn't have all that experience. He's going to be in the G League the whole first year.
True indeed.
Exactly.
We all said that. We all agreed that. So developmentally, he made leaps and bounds from the time he came here. I think like that is. I think like the front office and the team is looking at that, is actually not wanting to break that. Like that's why I think like they're really bringing him along slowly.
This is why they have a development staff now, as opposed to last year. Remember, under Fizdale.
I feel like it was the same thing last year too, though.
Last year was a wash.
Part of it.
No, we didn't have a development staff last year, when Fizz was here.
But I'm talking about how they
remember he came out of high school. Now he got a bag. Well, he got a Benz. Remember he had a deal with Benz, Mercedes-Benz. He got money. He's still immature.
And you're making a great point. Part of it is Mitch's reality with Mitch. Mitch has a little bit higher impression of himself. And unfortunately, Mitch has to accept the reality.
No.
Because
I do not agree with that.
Let me finish. Mitch is in a very tough situation as a high-rated NBA player based upon the contract that he has in front of him. RJ doesn't have to deal with what Mitch has to deal with. Even Kevin Knox doesn't have to deal with what Mitch. Mitch has to play next year potentially for $1.1 million.
That's terrible, man.
So
that's why he fired his first agent.
And I get it, but it's not. But whatever Mitch did from the 10th grade to the draft, Mitch did to himself. And because of that, Mitch is probably looking to get leverage to get a more guaranteed contract. Respectfully, Mitch goes out there and plays his tail off. He's jumping all over the place. Mitch is one injury away from leaving the NBA with no more than $5 million. And that is what I think Mitch has to deal with in his head every night. I always look at the business.
You're supposed to be feeling bad for that, though. That's
the way the chips fall. I
agree for a week.
I agree with you.
Mad at $1 million a year. Then come work.
That's a good point, man.
He could be feeling that. He could be feeling that, but like again, that can't really hamper your gameplay because if your gameplay does suffer, then that affects your next contract too.
No, I'm actually going. I'm sorry, let me finish this. I'm actually going with y'all that if management is holding him back, he's saying take the reins off me so I can make y'all re me up right now. Don't bring me in next season on some $1 million. And I'm telling you, give me the opportunity. And that's why I'm saying Mitch and management are disconnected. And I'm fearful of the whole situation because I am confident today that Mitch will get a $75 million contract at the end of the following year, whether it's not from us or 20% less from someone else.
I think he'll get it from us. I think he'll get it from us. I think he knows he's going to get it from us. I think they've given him assurances already that he's going to get it from us. Like honestly, like we have tons of these debates, but the numbers will show you that Mitch is our now this season he's one of our top 2 most impactful players. Last season he was our most impactful player, not best, most impactful. The team sees that. Like it's not like those things are recognizable things. And I think like the background discussions is like because you're one injury away from blah 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 blah, we are taking it light on you.
But you know what, hey fellas,
like they might be saving him from himself, is what they're feeling like.
But you know what? I agree with that. I agree with Free Keith. So here's the thing. I listening to what all of y'all said. I'm gonna just make this real quick. For one, let's not forget Mitchell Robinson is an immature man, right? So two, Mitchell Robinson is a freak athlete, not only for his position, but for an NBA player. He's a freak athlete. Mitchell Robinson is probably a top 50 athletic freak in the NBA, right? 3, he's on the worst deal that I've ever seen for a guy that contributes this much.
It should be against the CBA.
Right. It should. It's almost criminal what this dude is making for the amount of production the Knicks are getting from him. But point number 4, Rudy Gobert averaged 11 points and 11 rebounds, and he got $200 million.
Mm-hmm.
Mitch is 100 plus.
Right. So what I'm saying is, all these all the points that y'all are bringing to the table are accurate. The thing I would like for us to focus on the most though is the fact that he is not a 20 and 10 guy. I think it's not going to impact how much money he gets.
And
you know,
that's why he want that offensive side to show.
Right.
So he can get that money up.
Because he saw a dude average 11 and 11 and get $200 million.
And that's what I was trying to say.
And our guy is averaging 9 and 9.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So also Rudy Gobert at the same stage of his career wishes he was Mitchell Robinson at this stage of his career. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget about that. Rudy Gobert didn't step into this league as the guy. He stepped in as an athletic guy that could block shots. And guess what? Mitchell Robinson was that same guy except better. You know what I'm saying? So when we do comps and compare him to all these different things and stuff, let's look at Mitchell Robinson for what he really is. Let's just slow play this Mitchell Robinson development thing, because he will develop. He will be able to score in this league. He will get his money. He will be impactful for the Knicks, and he is a part of the Knicks' future.
But the only reason he sleeps at night is because he goes to sleep without at least $40 to $50 million guaranteed. That's the only reason.
Look at that too.
I hope that keeps him. I hope that keeps him hungry. Nice.
Yeah, like why are we even?
Hey, think about this. When you're on the team, right, and you know that there's players on the team that's lesser than you, getting more money than you, i.e. Frank, i.e. Knox, i.e. Alfred Bullock, all these other guys. Now you take that. Have you ever worked a job where you underpaid, and you know you performing better than what they're paying you?
Ron, I deal with them young lions every day.
You know that
the young lions walk up to me every day.
You know that duty your mentality.
But in a normal scenario, you have no control over what you're about to be paid.
But the thing is, that's why you
that if my performance in the NBA can change my pay tomorrow, I know I'm gonna have to pay. I'm gonna
tell you what, Freaky. That's why I'm a proponent. You know what they need to be doing? As much as everybody know the NFL contracts be terrible, The one thing the NFL got over the NBA, you know what it is?
Guaranteed.
You go back and restructure your deal.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They should have had that in the CBA. That's what they need to be putting in there because the way this man getting paid for what that man does is terrible. It's terrible. You got guys on the vet minimum making more than Mitch.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I'm telling you, you saying you want that. You saying you want that, but fans don't want that.
I've never understood. Like, why are people?
But you know, us fans, we want so much that we can't. We always over exaggerating. Tibbs is telling him to show and prove. That way you can get that bag. Oh no.
Yeah, but you know what else is? You know what the problem with that is though, Chop? There's 29 other teams in the association, man.
They got that bag for him.
But you know what? Though, if you play around with certain people, man. Hey, when you play around with certain people, everybody don't take that kind of stuff lightly, man. And people.
Hey, look.
My thing is,
especially when you re-up in a guy like Kevin Knox, who ain't done half.
Hey, look, check this out.
That's
hey, look at
Wait, so we say Mitch is a disgruntled player now, all of a sudden?
Yeah, like
is that what we're saying?
That's what it sounds like.
I'm saying the guy should be paid, and they should give him assurance.
Hey, look,
he is being paid. Since when do we boo-hoo a guy for making over $1 million?
Hey, Zach, I'm gonna stop.
We're not doing that. We're not doing that, Zach. We're not doing that. This is the NBA.
You can come to work at my job.
No, look, he don't have your job. He doesn't have your job.
Right.
He doesn't have your job.
And Zach, Coach Zach is not
one at a time. Come on.
But I'm just saying, like, what? I'm never gonna feel bad for someone who's a millionaire. Like,
all right, move on from that because we know what the league makes.
You don't play in the NBA, so we don't. So
we not tripping on that.
And I think walking down this path of like trying to assume what somebody thinks and what their motivations are is dangerous. Like this has nothing to do with we don't know if we on base or off base about what Mitch feels or not. Like I don't. These kind of conversations are circular.
He did
no right or wrong here.
But Keith, it's not that far fetched because he did tweet. But Zach, what I'm saying to you is your take sitting on your couch in your life to try to put that in the NBA locker room where Knox is clearly been read up next year, and that number's got to at least be $5 million at a minimum. And Mitch is teed up next year for $1 million. He made $750 last year. You cannot take your take and say that Mitch doesn't feel so well. I'm not saying Mitch is right or wrong.
Oh,
just putting in clear perspective what Mitch could be going through. He get hurt tomorrow, and that's all these guys think about with the guaranteed contract. If I get hurt, I'm still going to get paid. If Mitch get hurt, he's going to know that Knox made 5 to 10% more than him in the NBA. That's all I'm saying.
All right, wait. Let me ask you a question. Wait. G.I. and Keith and Ron. Let me ask you a question. It's a cryptic tweet, and I had to really think about it. I didn't know what it was. Everybody like, oh, he want to shoot more mid-range. He don't have a hook shot. He can't post up play, body you up, and get in the paint, right? Maybe he could have been mad like Kevin Knox and them didn't want him to play Fortnite with him. He said, oh, they don't want me to play. That could have been what the tweet was. I don't know. we just speculating what that tweet was. But everybody thinks it's because he's not shooting or he's not getting the ball more.
I'm guilty.
But no, hey, Chop, it's different because
I'm guilty of that too. We think that
was said. Hey, look,
with their personal time is about basketball. Like I'm guilty of that.
But hey, look, let me say something. Since I researched it, it was more than just the tweet. It was what he said after the Boston game. It was what Tibbs said, and then it was the tweet. It was 3 different elements that came to this conclusion why people are talking about it now.
Refresh us off the Boston game, please.
Okay. After the Boston game, the question was asked about Mitch's offense. Mitch said his statement was, look, I'm going to play my role until I get he said, I'm going to play the role which was given to me until I get the chance to show. So it left there. Then Tibbs got it. Then Tibbs had said Tibbs had 2 statements. He said Mitch's offensive game is coming. He made that statement. And then Tibbs also said after that which was recently in the post, he said that, look, I don't coach through social media. He said, look, Mitch has a role on this team that we are comfortable with. right now. He said for right now. And then he explained towards the tweet. So all this whole thing came in the context of 3 different article and 2 comments and a text from Mitch. So basically, we all are on the right. I would say that we are on the right page, saying that this is about Mitch.
But I don't think I don't think he's disgruntled though. Like I think how it's being painted right now, like it's a big situation, like like Mitch is gonna leave because of it. Like I feel like I don't even think it's a beef. Like Mitch just feels like like they really kind of like they telling me I can't really get loose, and I know I got some more to give, and and he's been waiting probably to do it since last season.
Hey, look, let me say one more thing.
Listen. Wait, let me just say one more thing, and let me just say one thing, and I'm gonna mute myself. I'm always muted. I'm gonna just say one thing. Remember, we had no summer league, not even a real training camp. Tibbs did say this whole coming into, and then the front office say we're gonna evaluate everything after 20 games. This is basically like a training camp to see what we could do against other players. Forget about practice because we practice it against each other. Right? So now you in the real game, what you gonna do now? Right? They know his potential, but now they trying to evaluate everything. They trying to hold him back. Okay, it's okay. But remember, this is a training camp. Now we're gonna assess everything now to see how we're gonna move going forward. Let's see what we brought in Noel. What can he do? Nothing. Peyton, we brought him back. What he's gonna do here and there. Knocks it like Freezy said, his hands in his butt. Let's see what's gonna happen in this 20-game span. Then we can evaluate everything, and then we'll move forward.
Okay, let me say this about Mitch's money. If we gave Mitch $75 million today, don't you know that contract? Wait. Listen, let me make my point. We listen to you, Chops. Let me make my point because that's what we were talking about. If they gave Mitch $75 million today, don't you know that contract won't even be active until after this other one plays out? So I don't think it's about the money right now.
I get it.
This one will still have to play out.
I get it. My point is, Mitch, something is bothering Mitch. He's not going anywhere. He's under contract.
The game is
what's bothering him is Fizdale is not holding his bloody hands.
Let you speak. You know what? I'm done.
So I think
I'm sorry, Gia. I'm sorry.
So I think one of the things that bothers guys too. And it's much slept on, and we never talk about it. But losing also affects people, right? It's not like 1 or 2 losses, but it's losing constantly and knowing that you're a loser and being perceived as a loser affects people, man. And then the fact that you feel like you could give more, but you're not allowed to, and then you still lose. That's what bothers people. Like, why won't you let me go in my bag? And we out here losing. I watched the dude go 1 for 10, and we lost, and you won't even let me shoot.
True take, Freezy. True take.
You know what I'm saying? So some of that stuff, I'm not saying that in terms of the straw that broke the camel's back. I'm not saying that in that payload, that's the heaviest object. What I'm saying is that it's definitely a part. When cats lose all the time, look at RJ Barrett after losses, man. I'm telling you, they zoom away from these cats because players get tired of losing. They get tired of dudes coming in shooting 2 for 13, and you get mad at me. I'm getting killed on Twitter talking about I'm inefficient, but this other dude that bought in and took shots away from me shot 2 for 13, but I'm inefficient.
You guys remember why KP asked for a trade in the first place?
Because he got tired of losing.
And he raped somebody, and he didn't trust the vision.
Because
there's a situation going on.
But that's what they put in the paper.
Right. None of y'all know. None of us know. So stop it.
Worry about staying.
It was facts. He had a situation. They brushed it under the rug, and they kept it in house with KP.
That's why though. Like we make
that's not going on with his brother. Wanted to be
the whole season,
and I understand
what the young man has to say.
I understand.
Yes. On the court, and now he's got to worry about Dallas talking about $158 million, and he ain't worth it. KP's going to deal with his own karma as long as that young man lives on Earth, and that ain't my business. But here's my position, Mitch. The Knicks need to decide what we have in Mitch whether you're holding them back, pushing them forward, because Mitch has hella value in the NBA. Period.
He does.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And if we're going to hold him back, figure him out, either way, Mitch is a piece of this team or not. And if he's not a piece of this team, then you need to trade him now and decide what you're going to go get in the offseason for him. But for me, Mitch is a Knick as long as the day is long. Period. But
yes, sir.
But I
understand that, sir. But hold up. This is only 20 games. It's not 82 no more. It's 72 games. So they just want to see what's going on now with the rest of the players in the roster before they can even unleash him. Don't unleash the little young lion, as Freezy said. Not just yet. Let's see what else we got. I don't know.
Hey, look, Freezy, I'm gonna have to step off, y'all. Ghetto, good being on the show, fellas. Zach, I'll holler at y'all brothers later. I got to start this day so I can get to the game tonight.
Salute, bro.
Salute.
Peace. Can I say something?
Yeah. Hey, Freaky, y'all, you know how it is.
Like, I feel like we put in way too much on this Mitch joint. Like, this is like we're really like trying to find something to argue about or to really like peel. I think that's a non-situation. Like Mitch wants to perform. I think Mitch knows the situation that he's in with his contract and knows that he has to perform to get the money that he wants to get now to correct the situation. Like, yes, it's messed up. Like, he don't have the guaranteed money that Knox and what you call it don't like have to, but he also see Frank. He also see Frank ain't get re-signed. You know what I'm saying? He ain't get extended. Like, you know what I'm saying? So he know that he got work. No, I'm just saying, like, he ain't like, it's not like the Knicks is doing something specifically to him, is what I mean. Like, it's not like he's getting called, like we love everybody, we giving everybody, making sure everybody else got their money solid except you. The situation is what it is, and they're in a good value. They're in a good value contract with Mitch. Because of his original agents who kept him out of draft workouts and things like that, which is why he fired him, because he would have went in the first round. You know what I'm saying?
7. He fired 6 though. Mitch's position is, I agree with you. He knows he's gonna get his bag. His bag, NBA bag, is his bag because he wrote a contract. He's smart enough to read the contract and say, this is what I'm going to get, and this is all I'm going to get. Mitch is looking to become a household name ASAP. And if he's a household name ASAP, then he can go to this brand and that brand and get a marketing bag. As it is right now, the way we play him, he's not marketable. So that's why I'm saying the Knicks need to figure out what they have in Mitch sooner than later. If it's to bring him along slow, then fine, you may see more tweaks. But I personally am not worried about Mitch. Mitch can give me what he gives me right now every night, and I'm giving him a max contract because I love what he does. I need him to pull up.
And I also think like they talk about his value. Like Tibbs, we all know Tibbs is a defensive coach. Yes or no? Yes, we know he's a defensive coach. What has Tibbs said about Mitch? Oh, Mitch is the core of our defense. So your defensive coach is calling you the core of his defense. He values you ultimately.
Yeah, it's not like Tibbs hates the kid.
It's not like Tibbs hates him. Right. So I feel like what Tibbs is doing, like, yes, like, yo, I know you got a deeper bag, but I need you to be 100%. I need you 100% on defense right now. Like, I'm gonna let your bag sink. I'm gonna let your bag trickle out, but like, I need you focused. Because I need you ultimately focused on defense. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I need you ultimately focused on that. So I think that's more it is. I think that's more what it is than like, oh, I'm just trying to bring you along slowly. Like, yo, like this is what I need from you, prime time, and like that other stuff is really kind of extra. I'm gonna let that seep out slightly because I don't want it to affect what I need from you main stage.
And what you said, that's great, Keith. I like that. No, right. But Keith said that they trying to hold him. Now hold him.
Yeah, his box is going down.
Right,
what
but
happens, what happens come playoff time? He starts raining threes or raining mid ranges, and then the team will be like, "What the hell do we do now?"
We'll all
be a reason for this
because other teams gonna want them. They're gonna put an offer sheet that we can't match, right? That's what we trying to hold them back from going anywhere else. That's what
point,
people saying. We trying to not hold them back, but
Stop
we trying to keep them to ourselves.
That's not accurate because Mitch has a contract, and then after that, he's an unrestricted free agent. So it's not about no sheet or not.
Wait, we don't have his bird rights?
Nope. Because he's a second. You have his bird rights, meaning bird rights means you could go above your salary and sign him. But he's talking about other teams offer him a contract and we match. That's restricted.
So he's a restricted. He's an unrestricted free agent.
He's a second round draft pick. He's an unrestricted free agent at the end of his contract.
I really think that I don't think that he has any plans of going anyway because really and truly, honestly, based on what you said, even if his thing is to become a household name so he can make up the money, so he can make up his money on where you doing that better than New York? Where are you doing that better than New York?
I agree, but he fired 6 agents because it hasn't happened yet.
I don't know why he did that though.
I would say everywhere.
We would never know.
I don't know if the Knicks is a prime.
What do you mean? I can't be the spokesman for a New York Mercedes dealership in Minnesota. I can't do that. There's a lot of local sponsorships that these cats have that you guys don't even know about.
No, and I understand that, but what I'm saying is Jordan Brand is international.
That's just one avenue.
But hear me out though. Hear me out. Jordan Brand is international, right? And Mitchell Robinson is a Jordan Brand athlete, right? But on a Jordan Brand pecking order, he's not getting that Russell Westbrook contract. Russell Westbrook was getting high-level Jordan Brand money in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, in Houston, Texas. Now he's getting it in Washington, D.C. You know what I'm saying? If there was a pecking order in terms of location, everybody would be in a rush to get to New York City, but they're not.
And quiet as kept, Westbrook is the only player that Jordan has said that reminds him of himself.
Yeah.
Not even Kobe, he said that about.
Right. So y'all, listen, I gotta go, man. I gotta get me some sleep, and I'm hungry, and I'm satisfied too because I got 2 old lions that met each other on the mountaintop, and they didn't even fight. So I can take my nap satisfied.
Wagged each other's tails to death.
Oh, hey,
so it's because of you, Unc. You kept it from happening. G.I. put his hat to the back. He wanted it.
Yo, I tried to pour gasoline on it. I tried to throw a lighter on it. It just didn't work, yo.
Yeah. That was
I do want to say this about.
You trying to instigate it.
I do want to say this about some smoke. I haven't been coming on that much because of my work schedule, but I see that young Zach wants my position on the morning podcast. And he's uncomfortable. When I show up, I sit right next to Keith in the second seat. So I get it. I get what's going on with young Zach. So any day, and I know you say Freezy, stay away from the young Cubs. And I know you say stay away from the young Cubs. Zach, I don't know how long, I'm new. I thought I was one of the rookies on the block. Y'all been talking about MBK and tweeting and doing all this stuff. I'm just a Facebook guy. Y'all don't even know. My name is even Ghetto Intellect on the Facebook. So y'all might be interacting with me, don't even know. But Zach, this seat is mine. And if it bothers you, if it's too warm for me and I get too comfortable, let me know because you can come forward.
You said slow down.
Hey, so yeah, man. So hey, thank everybody for coming in. Notice how I'm deflecting. So thanks everybody for coming on in the video chat, man. Thanks to everybody in the virtual chat. For everybody that I didn't shout out today, it's still all love. Make sure you tune in tonight to the Knicks at Night podcast.
I'll be there.
It'll probably be post game. We'll be on. It'll probably be me and Stephen Fox and a few others. So come check us out tomorrow night. It's not a game night. I'll be on the Knicks at Night podcast. I'll be settling smoke debates, lining up some debates so that we can settle some stuff. Old timers. I appreciate y'all. Young Lions, y'all stay hungry. I'll holler at y'all. Peace.
Still alive.